Let's go, boys. We got the finals here. Justin Desai versus Matthew Harrison-Trainor.
Okay, hold on. So let me adjust the text here. All right. Give me a minute.
No, you do.
All right. What is it?
All right. Oh, there you are. Yeah, we can play it out. We're paired.
I don't think MHT has won yet.
Whoa. What are you? You're getting a little ahead of yourself, bro. I don't think MHT's going to win at all.
What's Justin playing?
Justin is playing Legend.
Legend.
And MHT's on Robs, yeah. What's up, Jared? Should be good. If you don't know who I am by now, then you're on the wrong channel. All right, here we go. So they're going to play this game pretty freaking slow, knowing them. But I'd like to think that Justin has the advantage. Yeah, man. You have no idea how sweet it is to watch Justin just drop his shoulder and run right through Hayes' chest. It was a little bit more of a game with MHT, but he basically just trucked him too. I miss the days of Madden just truck sticking people. Mike, how are we doing in bets today? Oh, Paloma. I need a Paloma too, Mike. You drink, Drew? No. That's a bummer.
Should be fairly favorable for Legend.
We have Drew here with me. 3 and 2 at the moment. I just got a second and then a 6, so I'm down to 10. Oof. That's rough, Mike. I know, I just went up to the bar to try to get a little Aperol Spritz to do on commentary, but they weren't open yet. They said 4 o'clock. Justin did not keep the under attack in his deck. But we do have a game plan for Rops.
The game plan for Rops is just to beat up their reduce system. Never put out a second battleground system. It's a long grind, but it's favorable for Legend.
All right, here we're off. He plays 1 projection, yes. I do believe he's going to try to ignore Ralltiir. They played this matchup quite a few times the other day in the room in prep, so I'm pretty sure Justin's got a pretty good idea of what he wants to do. I think the biggest card here is if he can pull off... if he can just pull off completely winning space. He does have a super sweet tech card, though, for the space battles. Mike, yeah, Jem, you'll love this. He is playing R2.
Oh, yeah.
Like the Jabba's Palace. ARTOOO. Wow. I'm getting old and dumb. 4 O's.
I got the idea, actually. He was like, why don't you play this one? Because like all the occurs in the same.
Well, if you prefer to do that Bastion, it's got to be the right angle. That's why he's a 3-time world champion. Do you count Freedom Con, though? Was that actually Worlds? I don't know.
Well, I had ground in all the 6 of those. It's not solid bootlegging.
Dude, Bastion. I saw Reinhold today for the first time since Freedom Con. Oh, man. What a throwback that was. Mike, the Albany story about the Tims came up too. Justin brought it up. This is great, guys. Freaking gassed. I'll say this. Joe was absolutely ripping Hayes a new one for conceding the match. He was not happy. His honeymoon phase of that relationship is definitely over. Yes, Jared, this is game 1. They're just starting.
That was like the ground ID was all you. The ground ID was all you. Because my initial build didn't have any ground. I was just doing like devices in space to make this hardware. Yeah. It was okay. It wasn't great. It wasn't special. Brandon went 4-0 at indoor day 1 with a ground package in his which is fine. It was possible to play.
Yeah, you can hear him? Yeah. Guys all hyped up in the background. Yep, that's the goal. He's going to throw everything he can. Oh, B. Fred, how you doing, my man?
Good. I was thinking, I was like, we were only commentary here, but I think how fitting is it to, like, for you and Jem to be doing the commentary? Just
we tried to, we couldn't get Jem in. If you want to sit down, you're more than welcome to, buddy. Yeah, have a seat. Come on in, the water's fine. Yeah, man, this is like, I'm gassed. No, MHT has never won anything, I don't think. Every year he was good, I knocked him out of the playoffs. He 8-0'd Justin's first one in Boston, Mike. And then there was another year or two. Hey, you guys, can we just...
You want me to tell him to pipe down?
Yeah, go tell him to pipe down so I don't have to. Thanks, bud. Yeah, I think something like that. There was like a 2-year span where he, like, literally went undefeated at a bunch of tournaments, but kept losing to me.
Us to be quiet?
It's very loud. We're trying to do stream here. It's PG-13, and I hear plenty of swears coming from that corner over there.
Those guys.
You see that? They're like, Brian Fred's asking me to do something? No.
Nah, I was like, Steve's asking you to do something.
Hey, at least I got to have some clout somewhere in life.
Did you see these? That Carl made for me.
No, that's pretty sweet, though.
He gave them to what?
Are they sleeves?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I'm going to use them for my my tournament sleeves from now on. Except for whoever he gave these to. They were just laid here.
That's Tom Hade.
I think Justin's pretty favorite.
Yeah, dude. I'm definitely old. Yeah, Justin's definitely favored.
I mean, I played plenty of Rob's for some Legend games.
Mike told me I should throw a bouncy ball at you for him.
If I would have brought one, I would give that to you. You owe me still, dude.
I do owe you a couple slaps. It's all good.
If Mike reminds me before I come to the next tournament, I'll just bring a bouncy ball.
I thought I had like a 5% chance of getting Mike down here. When he 5-1 regionals and then spent the entire day playing at the restaurant a week or two ago, I was like, oh, this guy's back. He's back.
I was hoping he'd come too. That'd be sweet.
He said he still keeps bouncy balls in his gaming back just for you.
The bouncy ball that you threw at me, the original one, I have like a box full of like memories and stuff, and I have that bouncy ball in that box of
I'm guessing that camera's probably frozen. Chuck.
Which one are you talking about?
Justin. I mean, it's not that important, though.
Oh. But look at him. He's like so into it. He's like focused.
He's been up since like 2:30
a.m.
Yeah. He slept for like 2 hours.
Oh no.
He's like he's grinding right now.
Any cat? Did he like drink caffeine or anything? Coffees and.
He had a coffee this morning, but he usually just locks it in and runs off adrenaline.
I don't want to always be doing that, but that usually what ends up happening. If I can get like a solid 5 on a tournament night, super happy. And Justin's got to have like a perfect line for this matchup too.
They played this match a few times the other day, and MHT was winning the games, but generally in my history of playing games with Justin, I win in playtesting, and then he just destroys me in the wreck when they actually matter.
I played in regional. I was legend, and Matt had Robs. And I basically did the Aradu line, just like take Aradu, win the game.
Yeah, it works. Yeah.
Rebel leadership and
I mean, the
Aradu dudes.
Yeah. The R2 is just silly. Just every turn, just draw a destiny, subtract from attrition.
Oh, I didn't have that in mind.
Yeah, he added that. Oh, you were in. I was talking with Drew. Yeah, he added R2
That's
from
disgusting.
Jabba's Palace, and
That thing's good.
put him and Anakin up there, like pew 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 pew.
And it gives you 2 cards to eliminate ROPS, interrupts.
Yeah. The place how to
Or
play.
shuffle.
Yeah.
Yeah, the R2's phenomenal. Somebody asked me what my favorite card from that B set was. I said R2. I was like, I think R2's the best.
Yeah, basically. I know Matt's playing 2 Star Destroyers, which can get some pretty beefy power up there.
Is he playing 2 still?
Yeah.
Okay. I know most people cut down to 1, but he was always one of the ones who used 2. I always thought 2 was.
Oh, Mike, you're killing me, bro. You're killing me. We were up 3-2 on bets today, and then 2 of them just flipped.
Were any of them about me?
No, like football bets.
Oh, I got you. Is Mike still got the website? I haven't followed football betting for a while.
I don't know. Do you still got the website, Mike? I don't know if they keep it updated, but we still do the. He still does the model and all that kind of stuff, and we've been betting pretty.
Sending hugs back, Tarkin.
Nah, no more website, just bets. That's great. They do all the work, and I just basically paycheck at the end of the year. Living the good life.
That's one of those sweet things where it's just end of the year money when you need it the most.
Yeah.
That's what was on my hair. I'm having a great conversation. I'm the head of CBT. I really am one voice. There's 12 people on it, so I'm always getting over it. I don't want to read it.
Good. How are you, man?
All right, we got Ray coming down to the site.
Whatever's that sign.
I feel bad. I just
I mean,
he was playing BHVM and he activated the Emperor turn 1, didn't draw everything, he saved 1, and that was the Emperor again. So it was just unlucky.
the game I lost to Hayes, Ray overflowed me 20. I had 2 floors left. If I would have just drawn the top card, it was the Hoojiks.
Yes. Passion, you are correct. That is 3PO. The resemblance to Ray is uncanny, though. Actually, I'll be honest with you. All the AIs he's got, really throws me off. We were doing playtesting the other day, and I had no clue what was on the table.
Imagine people playing against me with the AIs and the sign cards.
Fred, is this live for?
Jeremy played that today.
Nothing's happening, really. Justin played 3PO. He's going to cycle, get some stuff back. Paul Myers, don't you ever correct me. He's playing R2. Come on, bro. You were really just starting to get on my good side, too.
I still love you, Paul. Except when you slow play. If it's Baroni, you gotta let him talk to you like that. It's just a thing. You're young. You don't know yet. Is the 4th effect enforcement for MHG?
Yeah, he's got enforcement. He's got Endor, Shield, IAO, and SIG.
Oh, Weathervane. You just I gotta fix the other pal. Unless I can trade for it.
won my first
I need both.
World games with it, and then I lost the next few after people
Yeah, I often wonder, like, what's the better... Like, if not playing Jakku's actually right, because literally, like, you give Rops inevitability. I guess you have the same thing with 3PO, because nobody's playing Grimtosh and Monarch, but, I mean... I don't know. What do you think, Bastion? Who's going to win this one?
I don't know. I was the last person to leave the room, and I went up and responsibly told the guy to lock it. He was pissed off.
Well, Ketwall, you're just wrong. Oh, wait, no, my bad. You're right. You're completely right. I forgot who is whose side. I've been... Uh-huh.
Let the record show.
actually taking all this stuff.
Who the is this kid?
His name's Logan. He's like, he wants to fit in, I think. He's a good kid.
Is he?
He's a decent player. I mean,
Yeah.
Up and coming. I can see him being, a couple of years from now, being pretty
Language, bro. Language.
pretty good. Pretty fudgy.
That is making me do this. This is Detroit.
Bro, you think I'm too loud?
But I'm close enough to Steve. You can just slap me if I'm too loud. You.
Yikes.
We have to send Logan after you. Is Justin...
The thing about Under Attack, though, is they just lean so heavily on Blizzard 1, which is why we took it out, and you can't target it with Under the Attack, so, like, what's the point, really?
Is Justin on 2 or 3 ships? Does he have Gold Leader? Or...
He does have Gold Leader.
Okay.
That's gonna be good.
Yeah, I mean, if MEC doesn't... He has to play around a lot of stuff.
I'd like to see him get Ray and BB down with 3PO, get some damage going. It's tough.
You don't think Ray goes on Ralltiir?
I don't think so. Grady.
I love Grady. What's up, Grady? When Grady gets out of the Army, he's going to get an RV, he said, and he wants to play Star Wars in every state. I was just like, bro, I'll go with you.
Yeah.
Just like travel around.
You gonna cook meth in the RV too? Or?
Doubtful. I know nothing.
I just got really tired. Oh.
We gotta wait until Justin pulls off something big, get you back to
Yeah.
motorboating status.
I was motorboating around. What's up, buddy? They just started. They haven't done much.
I think this is like turn 3. Turn 2 or 3.
Yeah, go for it. It's wild seeing Choose Kids play.
I know. It's so awesome. It's exciting to have like a next generation though.
Yeah. I mean, they're
So
right.
it's not here.
You were like a mid-generation. They're like, plus you're not the child of the legend of Star Wars, so. Unless
Technically, Walsall's brainchild, so.
I don't know if Walseth is quite legend status. I mean, he's a good dude. I love Walseth, but obviously Chew is one of the 3 best players in the world ever.
Justin Bastion, the other two.
Yeah.
Justin who? Bastion.
Desai and Bastion.
Oh, this is gonna be a long night. Chu did play this weekend. Yeah, he came to play, support his kids. He was in the running for a little while yesterday, but I think he's 5-0 in the or 4-0 last time I checked in the consolation today. He's about to be 5-0. Is he about to be 5-0? Yeah.
Sweet. He was in the running until he decided to play his one Luke against Boba Fett at the audience chamber.
Yeah, he was playing hidden base X-Wings, believe it or not. It's wild.
And his Luke got overflowed for like 15 or so. It's like, this is why you have 2 characters you're taking. Don't deploy to the ground. I was like, what's the thought process? But I mean, Yeah, he told me, I had no idea what Boba Fett did.
Yeah, it's going to be in... You want to come in? Yes. Come sit down, pal.
Was it July in New York?
Yeah, July in New York.
New York, New Jersey area. Close
that-
enough to New York, at least. I've never really visited the city of New York, so that would be
He
cool.
stole your spot.
Yeah, that's fine. How you doing?
Yeah, we couldn't get the thing working, and everybody kind of just took over,
If
dude.
you want to step back, just tell me.
Couldn't get what?
I'll move.
The headset to get Mike in.
Oh, okay.
No, if you want in, you can jump in here.
It's up to you guys.
I need to get cards signed, so I'm okay with that.
Um,
I'm gonna tag in Brad.
Yeah. Who's Gingy Girl?
That's right.
I think that's Brad.
His
I
wife.
think that's Brad Irish alias.
Ray Walseth.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Ginger Girl is Ray Walseth. Okay. Remember she was last night.
There's R2. There's R2.
You playing the new R2?
Yeah,
Okay.
Java's Palace.
I like that.
How you doing today?
Fine.
Did you win your last game? Did you win your last game?
No, I lost.
Oh, you played
Oh,
the
sick.
Logan.
Again.
Logan,
That's a bummer.
Logan was telling us about it.
Yeah, I mean he activated.
I got activated Emperor, and then I saved one force, and that was the Emperor.
That sounds.
Yeah.
It's just like with Charlie. It was the one card he needed was the top card of his reserve deck, and he activated it.
Game of inches. Game of inches.
Yes, sir. That's what it always is.
Especially between some wins and losses.
Yep. Story of our lives.
All right, so we got Ray coming down. Ray and Rose. BB would be nice, but I guess we're gonna have to wait a little longer for that.
Is he on double BB?
Yes, he is on double BB.
I like that.
Yeah, Solomon, we've kind of expanded who we've been working with, or I mean, I'd have, let's say Justin, but like since Mike and Chu really haven't been playing the past few years, and I pretty much haven't been, except for a smattering here and there. We've been working. I know Justin's been working a lot with MHT and Silver Glen as well, so we kind of brought them into the fold around this time last year,
Okay, so I'm trying to.
and it's working out pretty good.
There we go. I think.
As it says, sometimes you have to do it a little bit more.
So what do you think? Who's gonna win?
Desai.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah.
I think yeah, the matchup isn't looking great.
Oh, that's
Although
early.
I'm not totally sure because I honestly don't know the matches very well this time.
Will that bring him up to the same number as Bastion?
It will.
Yep.
Is M Shuttle and Vader Shuttle both at?
Who had a better OCS record this year?
Probably Justin. I think he went like
12-0, like 5 months in a row.
Yeah,
Five times
something
in a
like
row,
that.
Something like that. Yeah.
I'm actually quite proud of this.
Nice.
Professional scuba.
Yeah. That's really cool.
Yeah, he's had a pretty good run in the OCS over the years. Pretty good run.
I'm still learning how to do it, man. Like my record's terrible.
Yeah, I was 3-5 in the actual worlds. Not great.
Huh. What
Is
happens?
this your first Worlds?
Yeah.
That's not bad. How's it going in? Pretty good. You like the Poe Dameron Professional Scuba?
Tired yet?
Yeah, I'm exhausted.
Ages are
I'm right there with you, buddy.
Only one more game today.
What's that?
I only have one more game
One more
today.
game. There you go.
Is that Luke? That's Luke, right?
Where?
At the site, right?
Yeah. Hey, I don't know if it matters or.
So they haven't flipped yet.
But the camera on facing Justin's frozen. You can, I mean, like you said, I don't know if it matters.
Frozen?
Yeah.
You can see his hands moving on the main screen, but then he's just sitting there in the rooms.
That's a good catch.
Maybe both cameras are frozen.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it matters.
I can try and unplug it and then replug it.
Good luck.
Is that hardwired from over there to here? Wow, that's crazy. He did come in first at regionals. He did beat Mike Jem in the finals. They played it out last weekend. It's a pretty close matchup, but yeah, Justin just seemed to get the better one. But like the comeback after not playing for what? Probably almost a decade, half a decade? Probably a decade. Going 5-1 at regionals, Mike Jem, like kid still got it. Still got it.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. Flight's at 11 o'clock tonight. It's going to be miserable.
I'm getting back at 10:40.
You're getting back in?
10:45. Yep.
Stuff.
But
That's
we also lose an hour. Maybe an hour because time change difference.
So
we're leaving at
you going
9.
west, right? So you lose an hour.
Yeah. So we actually we the flights we leave at 9. I think we leave around 10.
Yeah.
Here. We have to be there around 9. So yeah, we leave at 10 and then we'll just go. Yeah, and then I'll say it.
They're asking who you are. You want to introduce yourself to everybody?
Sure. I'm Apollo Chu.
There you go. Johnny Chu's son. Future of the game right here.
First game I was playing against Tuku. I've lost a hole with my right side. No.
You gonna sign a card for me?
Sure. Do whatever you want.
Gone. That was the end of that one.
They're asking what decks you played yesterday.
Yesterday I played a hidden base and bring before me.
Nice. Did you play the X-Wings? The hidden base X-Wings?
Yeah. Sadly.
You trying to reconnect our audio or something?
Trying to reconnect this one. Figure out which one's which.
I'm a little worried about this board state right now. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. Oh, there's the projection.
Is Aradu out yet?
No, that's the thing. Like him controlling when a Radu goes out. Like, what if he just doesn't even play it?
Yeah, and just ping drains and gets minus
That's the
one.
thing.
Sorry.
Oh, you need me to move?
I figured it out.
Okay. I mean, Bastion, at some point, does Justin just bite the bullet and play Jakku?
If it gets to the point where, like, because he's got coward, yeah. I mean, he almost has to if Aradu doesn't come out. Because it shuts down all of his retrieval.
Are you guys using the headsets?
No. I think Dan tried to get him to set up, but it didn't work. Want me to sign that? Oh, man. Mike, you still in the chat? You here?
This isn't his B card anymore.
I know. It's
It
still.
should be. It should be his.
Wow.
What? B. Fred just asked me to sign. Oh, to sign this for him, buddy.
You know why? Because next time I can see Mike, I can have him sign it too. It'll be the double sign.
They
That's cool.
they re-virtualized the jumper.
There's no blue in here. The blue will show up pretty well.
Sure.
Don't worry, I'll have Mike sign it too. It'll be KTOD, the Emperor. Don't get too excited, though. He's not quite as good as the one you made, Mike.
Who's deck 104?
That's Mike Gem. He was one of the other original members of the KTOD.
Nice.
Yeah, he was,
Was
with
there
your father. They all top 8'd. Your dad, him, Justin,
And
Clint. Back, what was that, 2003?
Yep, 2003.
Awesome.
Was Andy Clement with you guys for a while, or did you guys form this after?
Clemma was one of the originals.
And
Yeah,
then
it was.
that's
It
what-
was originally Clemma, Mike, Justin. Then that was when I was at the beginning of college and I wasn't playing too much, so I came in after. And then they teamed up with Chu and Clint, 2003 Worlds. They put all 4 of them in the top 8, all 4 different decks, I believe.
That was an impressive team effort.
Yeah, that was wild.
Probably the most impressive ever.
That was Chu's first Worlds win.
Because you guys had 3 of the top 4 too, right? Was this like Mike?
Maybe 4 of the top 4?
Shaw was in the top 2.
I'm not sure.
I thought you guys had 3 of the top 4 that year. Because I know the finalist was.
Yeah, Chu beat Mike in round 1. They were all on the same side of the bracket. Yeah.
Okay.
That stinks. He missed the swing. Oh, it's a bummer. Oh, it's a bummer.
Did you have some flip? Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's General Leia with a saber and raise at the 2-1.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Garrett going up.
And then he had to play one.
The winner of Justin has a move card. He's going to move the other crew over to the.
That stinks. He
the
probably
other blank
should.
side.
Was it Jakku Bastion? Yeah, it had to have been because the other one was out.
Wait, who's Lorfek?
That's Bastion. Bastion Winkelhaus. He's one of the other really good players up there.
He's the one
from
who,
Germany.
He's the guy who
I'll go
has
grab
3
something
worlds.
easy
He
one.
does, yeah.
I just ate something a little bit ago. Thanks, man. So he drew Jakku for Destiny?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's not good.
No, that's not good, pal. Here comes Wizard One with Veers, but knowing he'll probably handle and play leadership, so it's not going to be too bad.
You leaving?
Can anyone see how many cards they have left?
They got a ton. They haven't really done any much damage to each other.
You only play like once a year. Did I know that?
He very well could. It's a trap, Bastion. He very well could.
You send a card for me? Whatever. Any
I don't really know much, but I don't think
any
that's
card
something
that's
that Desai would really play.
You don't think he'd play It's a Trap, the card?
Probably not.
Well, if he comes out with General Bears, he might.
We'll
For
probably
sure.
find out.
I mean, in the deck.
Oh yeah, he plays as a trap.
Okay.
Unless you cut it. Doesn't seem like he would.
It's great, isn't it, Mike?
Yeah.
Probably hundreds.
You can see that?
Make sure you put that so that in there too, yeah.
You drink alcohol?
Sometimes, yeah. Not a whole lot, but I like to have beers at like the events with people and stuff. Not like whiskey or anything.
Yeah.
I got sick so many times as a kid that like even the smell of it just like it makes me like start coughing a little bit.
I know for a fact he's not playing 2. I do believe there was We did leave one, or he did leave one in there though.
Yeah, and I can't really. I don't think. I also don't think MHT's grabbed anything, so he could always grab the trap after maybe the second time.
Yeah, he definitely could. He definitely could. You like those ones, the Cutwaters?
I found them pretty decent. I like their Palomas.
Palomas, yeah. I thought that other one you had was like for canned cocktails
really
really
good.
good.
I drank the last one.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
You didn't want it.
I don't know. I'm just making commentary.
Just say any card that's not signed. You can sign multiple if you want.
I might sign it if it's already been signed.
Sign all my sites. Like, I have all the APE sites. You can sign one of each.
Were you looking for the tank?
Yeah, but he's gonna have. It's a trap and the handle. So like, I imagine he's gonna handle Leia's site, so she's immune.
Thank you.
Oh, does that only make Ray? That might only make Ray immune. I don't know.
Yeah, only Ray.
Is it only Ray?
With any females of Power Destiny.
Power Destiny.
Long story.
So at least you hit this time. Thank you.
1996.
I feel like you've given me like 100 of these. You just keep handing them to me.
Yeah.
This isn't good.
In their playtesting of this matchup, did MHT ever run this live before? I wonder.
Oh, don't you dare, Bastion! Don't you dare!
Oh no. Is Bastion? Because I hope Bastion's not tracking his day. A 0 would be just like crushing. Okay.
No.
Looks like a 5. Oh, the baiter is over at that site. I was hoping that Justin would get a transport card and like kill one of the guys and then transport over and flip him back. I'm surprised MHC is leaving a site open to let allow that window.
Yeah, I can certainly see Desai playing the guys there.
But now he has to handle Bader too. Even though I guess he'd be paying 3 to drain, so you just leave Bader alone, I guess. You don't want Bader to choke Rose. Is Padme there?
Choke feeder.
No.
Well, what's Padme say? He's not immune.
Sorry about the mess.
Yeah. Not a.
It's not Enforcer. I do not think the Leia interrupt. I think Leia interrupt is a weapon destiny.
As well as that, I think things that increase defense value don't defend against the choke either, because it's ability instead of defense value for the choke destiny.
Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty sure the female interrupt is only weapon.
So I guess the choke feeder gets around legend as well. That way.
Oh, there's a Leia there.
So no, sorry about the mess. I'm gonna be right back. You guys got this? I'm just gonna run up for a second. You want a beer?
Yeah, sure. Whatever you're gonna drink.
I'm grabbing something from the bar. I can't drink beer. I'm getting something else. So, do you have a preference? Okay.
For the record, I'm not sure I'm allowed to have an opinion on this, but I think choke feeder is the best feeder.
You're allowed to have an opinion. I think most all of the baiters have their place in a deck, honestly. I really like Enforcer just because he's immune to a lot of stuff, and you can initiate battle for free and cancel a dude's game text.
Still, choke feeder can kill 2 different people in one. So choke feeder and Evazon can against decks that play 3 guys at site, you can kill 2 of them.
Yeah.
I did see you yesterday. I just I looked over and you were just calculating to a number that shouldn't happen that often. 98. And that's 56 and that's 63. I just do it. It's fun.
Enforcer only for Brian's.
I saw it, I laughed, and I was like, what is that?
Has Justin used the Force Projection yet? No. Oh, he put it in the hand. Okay. So, yeah, that coward is just absolutely crushing. It stops so much force retrieval. Not playing the system seems like a pretty savage line to take. That's like, I mean, what is Justin going to do? He can't get on another battleground.
No, I didn't. And then I saved the sense, and something else I since then. Played an arrow during battle since then. We had no force left.
I haven't been paying attention. Has MHT been paying to drain for his ones? Do you know?
But he couldn't play like
Or is he just playing dudes and like
I think
backing
he's
up
just
stuff?
playing dudes. I'm not 100% sure though.
Okay.
But I mean, he didn't know what I was doing. It was the only person who's ever surprised with it.
Yeah, definitely. Like grind him down until like he doesn't have enough to effectively make the Falcon that scary in space, and he'll have so much forfeit in space and power that he won't have to worry about anything. Well, I don't know if Justin has ever played against the line where the system just doesn't get played, which would make you have to start Jakku, obviously, so you can get your retrieval. I think MHT has definitely put some thought into this, like a lot of thought.
Yeah. He's probably thought about his strategies against probably maybe Justin, probably Joe Wilson.
Yeah, for sure. The thing I don't like about starting this system is you don't get a place to put your 3PO right away, because you can't just put him on Ralltiir because he's going to get trampled.
This is the first time I've
Yeah, he's playing Fury. He has a lot of sixes in his deck. It's like double dark maneuvers, Fury, Masterful Move,
What does Fury
4X
even
Emperors. If an opponent has Chewie and Han in a battle, you draw something like 2 Destiny, or you draw some amount of Destinies and subtract it from their power and attrition or something like that.
That's really good.
But yeah, MH2 was playing Fury yesterday for sure. Today, I'm not sure.
Okay. That's cool.
Okay, so Padme was there, so that's why there was no choke.
I mean, everything else I should sometimes with, but like that, okay. But I'm pretty good with that one. And then, but then there's something that works with this, even if they pull off.
So that's how MHT killed Joe. I missed that part. So now that he's grabbed the Gick, it's forcing MHT to try and maybe back up his guys more, because he can't just have his safety blanket unless he has a second Gick, which normally they don't, since they have 2 Masterful Move.
Yeah, and the extra one can't help.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to go to that side again, but he doesn't need to, because Justin's doing what, 1 damage? 1 damage and a ping, no retrieval, so Justin's the one that has to make the move here.
Yeah, Paul's based it. Cool. Well, that's, yeah, I just, it's such a grind. I don't know if you guys play 11 hours a day. I just, yeah, we're talking about how, like, I think a lot of the people that are still playing this game, like a lot of us, have that kind of competitive nature. Sure, yeah, we want to win. And so it's not always easy to like play this game and not be all in on it, right? So like when you're in on it, and then like, you know, you might stick around and kind of sort of be on the periphery, and you have go like 3 or 4 choke. That's just kind of fast. Sure. And so it's like, but it's easy to do.
So now he's starting the ping drains. What's up, Connor? You want to join for a second?
Yeah, well, sure. Why not? We'll probably.
We got Stubley joining the team here.
Right now Leia is 6, and she might play Star Wars. She wants to play. She doesn't know the map yet.
I do want to.
Does she watch you guys when you play?
Interesting. She probably knows half the rules already.
And you're 11 and 8?
11 and 10.
11 and 10, okay.
Benji just turned 10.
Okay.
That would be a disaster.
All right.
Okay, so
That's what I expected him to do earlier, to try and keep from getting a flip back.
so he's stacking the antechamber.
Is he going for Radu now? Is that what he's thinking? I think that's what he's thinking right now.
I would bet that MHT changed his deck slightly so that Justin didn't know every card.
Yeah, I'm sure he did. Oh, there's the Emperor. So maybe next turn he's gearing up to go to Radu.
Yeah, well,
Oh, is he just hiding out?
Yeah, he didn't play his system, so Justin can't retrieve. Because Justin's just at the one site.
Legend.
That's smart.
Yeah, I mean, it's something I didn't even think about. But yeah, it's just like,
Jakku is obviously not out, and he doesn't want to put it out.
oh, yep, there's your Radu. So he's making his move now.
Cool.
Interesting.
I mean, that is a pile.
Yeah, pile of forfeit and stuff.
And they're chilling there ready to go.
Okay, so
Yeah, so like Bastion pointed out, there's an Emperor in the lost pile now too, so he could swap for another Emperor if he needs to, or just retrieve the Emperor with enforcement.
is this game 1?
Game 1.
Yeah.
Is MHG dark?
Yeah. MHT's taking a really good line. Oh, there's an Emperor on sand also. So he's got Emperors for days, basically. I would say at this point MHT is winning, but on sand, not in lost pile. Okay. As I say, that's Emperors all over the place, and the 9 forfeit plus scrub guys
So Rey's
is going to be hard to get through.
Leia's not on table yet?
Leia has died twice,
Oh,
so no, this is a rebel spy shenanigans. Love you, man.
Who is a rebel spy?
Joe Olsen. Joe Olsen, who's proved again that he deserves to be here, and he's for real.
Yeah.
2 world championships in a row, and then a top 4. I mean, that's as good a run as anybody's ever had.
What game is it?
Game 1.
it's just an unstoppable force right now.
Yeah, I think MHT's line here was just like amazing. This is gonna be really hard for Justin's in damage control mode. I don't think Justin can win this game, but he has to make him lose cards.
So is it better for him to also sit in front of Ariadu and like block that?
I don't think.
Because then he can start retrieving again.
Yeah, Justin cannot. With what's at Aradu now, I don't think Justin can battle into that.
I can't tell.
MHT put a 4th guy on Ralltiir and then put Aradu out and moved all the guys over.
Who's at the prefect's office? I can't really tell what characters there.
Oh, we got Sperling.
You got Sperling sighting?
Yeah. I don't think it has.
So Padme's down there. 4 guys.
Vader
Can
came
Thrawn
down to
V
that
draw
side.
Destiny by
Vader
himself?
got killed and Leia, so he has a Leia to work with, and then whatever space he's assembled in his hand.
All right.
I feel like he can't battle into it, and he has to put down stuff and make MHT battle into him, and then try and survive, and then start thinking about flipping back.
Brentford, I got cards for you to sign.
Do you? Wow.
And Greg
All right. Good to know. Good to know.
you know this meme.
Is that the Titanic?
Yeah.
Maybe I might be stupid for saying this, but maybe Justin can go attack the ground somewhere.
You can sign more if you want.
Yeah, I wonder at this point, like, he might have to. Like, that's a pretty big stack of ships at Aradu. It'll be interesting to see what he does.
Ariada seems untakeable.
If you can think of a thing you want.
Although I might have to eat my words soon.
Because they need sign.
I hope you do.
That
That means they'll be looking good for him. All right, here we go.
That is Taco Bell.
So that's why he needs to sign it.
Is that Rogue One?
I'm going to do like
Leia's resistant transport,
Okay.
so it downloads
He's just like, that's a disciple.
Female resistance character.
So it's either Ray or Leia. Or
It's
Holdo.
Holdo. Yeah, Holdo.
Is that Leia's resistance transport?
Yeah.
At some point.
He's got. I think he has. I saw a bunch of Poes floating around, so I'm assuming he has Poe too.
Some other ones, especially
I don't see R2 in his hand though. That's the money card.
Did he have Anakin?
I did see Anakin.
Is he on double Anakin?
He is on double Anakin.
Double Anakin. Just that made me feel like so much more comfortable with the deck because I had Ahsoka and she just didn't seem, good enough. I didn't think about doubling up on Anakin. Because it works with Padme in space. Then you can put the R2 in also. That R2 will help out a lot against Rops. Since they're going to be getting like +4 for every battle this way.
It's taking a weird turn.
Yeah.
Star Wars Final Power.
Yeah.
You want to have a seat, Ryan?
No, I have nothing to contribute. Tired.
Most of us are basically just commenting on what we see going on in the game and then like what possibilities and lines they might have. So the players are doing the work. Yeah, it's going to be an uphill battle. Justin, I think, just needs to survive in space, retrieve them, do damage on the ground, and try and cut the differential for game 2. I don't know if he can win this game still.
We'll see.
If anybody could do it, Justin.
That's right.
Thank you. Yeah. Oh no, these are yours, aren't they?
Interested to see who else he has for space. Or maybe he's going to try.
Sign all 3 of these for Dan.
So he did put Jakku. Yeah. Huh. Interesting.
He might just be trying to get as much damage set up as he can. And if he goes to ground or space, he gets at least a ping somewhere.
Yeah.
Because it seems like MHT's next logical spot might be to... Well, he doesn't have the Geek anymore, so he can't really put guys at the 2-1 side anymore.
I grab your gig.
friend Jeremy we need 2 tiers here. So everything on the top. Yeah.
Were you at that Worlds, Greg?
We had some fun.
What year is that?
2000.
Does MHT have Decree out?
2000, yeah, no, 2000 was before my time. But I read that tournament report a lot when I
Yeah.
was growing up.
I don't see it out, but I know he's playing it.
Oh, he has it in his hand. That's savage. But yeah, I mean, now that the ships are committed to Jakku, he could definitely just move one guy over.
Yeah, we old, bro. And you're older than me.
Man, I'm 45 years old. You guys are not old.
You're 45?
I'm 43 and turned 44 this
43.
year.
That's wild.
I'm quoting a movie. The guy's like, they're like, we can have best friends and do the G Generation X thing again, like Shawn Michaels and Triple H. And Shawn Michaels like, bro, I'm 45 years old now. I'm not. No.
That's crazy. You're 43 though. Damn.
Are you?
That's pretty bad, I think.
Are you 36?
37.
37.
Yeah.
Is Mike 37 too? Or is he
No,
older?
Mike's 40. Either 40 or 41. 41.
Mike, you're 41. You're old as shit too, man.
He's 4 years older than me.
Where's, speaking of old
You thought it was,
where's Steve Brinson?
Thought it was 20. Steve Brinson refused to come. He doesn't like playing in Worlds. He said it's too serious and not enough fun stuff going on. And he has bad time hearing. So when we go out to dinners and stuff, which we really don't even do at Worlds anymore, he can't hear what people are saying. So he just hates it.
You still have the shrine?
I do.
Bronson Shrine?
There's a
That's
hollow. It's not really a Brinson Shrine. It's my
It's
mom.
definitely a shrine.
But it has like all me, Brinson,
Yeah.
the Mornows, Kirk Murray, like our whole crew from that time in Star Wars.
What was that? We were versus. That was the first versus pro circuit we were out there. We stayed with you. Something like that?
Gen Con.
Was it Gen Con?
Yeah.
Marvel versus. Yeah.
And Mike challenged me to Super Tecmo Bowl, and I destroyed him with raid shoulders up the middle every time. Just like crushed him. You remember that, Mike? Playing on my Nintendo in my bedroom? Yeah, that was you. You got crushed. What? You were not the Oilers.
The Oilers were his team, bro. I can attest for that. I don't remember that thing.
So
But
that
the
was you
Oilers
doing
are
that to me.
Definitely his squad.
But then I started picking shotgun plays.
Oh. We're going there, Bastion, huh?
What?
Yeah, right.
Are you going with Kessling?
I don't know. I have to look at my phone hours. He did message me.
Dropping wedding rings.
I think we're doing a team dinner when Kessling gets back.
67. She'll be 68 in September. No, you're right. 68. No, 67. 67. Yeah. It's crazy, Mike. You know that. That's crazy.
I'm really wanting to go home and go to bed at like 9 o'clock, but they're not gonna let me. What do you want to get into? What do you want to get into? I don't know.
That's true.
I mean, I'm gonna watch it. I'm sure it'll be a game.
That's pretty bad.
I would have wanted to play.
Is that my fault, Legend or Bronx?
No, these are.
You really want it because we have to have a court for that.
Dodgers suck.
That's what I say,
If only it said Mariners on it, you could have made it into Mariners suck for Dan. There's no image out though yet, right? So he's still getting a Drano 1 with the saber, or did he get the decree down? He must have got the. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, I'm excited for all this stuff.
What are you talking about in an ideal world, Bastion? Whose side are you on here?
First order stuff.
An ideal world.
It'll get posted in a couple days.
Some ideas for like.
Well, I'm sure MHT has Benjamin somewhere. But
Unfeeling. They'll post in a couple days.
Yeah.
The problem with the chase is the you can get chase to the light side, but like.
oh, so you did transport that. There we go. The question is you bring in the whole crew? Just everybody but 3 p.m. maybe?
Yeah, they want to have like an epic event that you like chase it around. You know, if they have ships, then you can't like stack on it when a battle against the ships. If they do have ships, just join.
So he didn't transport?
You know, credits will be fine.
Okay, I see what happened. He presented to him 2 cards and he placed the. Okay, so
Yeah.
he didn't transport. The transport was lost.
He was doing right.
That's what Justin needed. That's why he hadn't transported earlier, because it was gone.
Yeah, she did. People got mad.
He moved both ships.
We had it or not. 5 minutes. We even like posted it.
You know, it just becomes a cat and mouse until Justin can piece his space together better. So he can divide up his ships. Yeah, MHT has so many 6s in that deck. They can just like set up. He's still in double dark maneuvers, I think.
I feel like I like it's.
Yeah, MHT's hand seems pretty loaded. But then again, he's got a lot of cards in hand, which is good for Justin.
Yeah, Justin's in a tough spot here, unfortunately.
What's this? Would be the second matchup? Justin,
Robs.
MHT.
No idea.
That's gonna be a fun grind.
Yeah.
Is there a time limit for the finals?
Or an hour and 15.
Oof. Oof. That's gonna be rough. That is a long matchup, unless there's a beatdown.
His Bastion, the ships can't move between Aredu and Jakku. Is that it?
They should be able to. It's a 3. It's a 1 to 4.
Oh, finals is 130. Thank you, Joe.
I think like that and Verge.
Yeah, I think the ships should be able to reach wherever they want from those 3 parsec numbers.
You better not play any ships. Right. Verge is obnoxious because Verge is suffocating the draft.
Yeah, but aren't the shuttles hyperspeed 3? I would assume.
You can't do anything because Vader's gonna fall.
Jesus, Sparling, Jesus.
There probably is one right here somewhere, honestly.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew Arado was 1 and Jakku was 4, but I thought the shuttles were hyperspeed 3.
What happens next? Gonna be
Okay, that's what I thought.
You know, Mike's not here yet. He's fallen. Yikes.
Maybe I'll answer it.
Ryan. You sign card play? Sure. Do you play the square in your ISB deck?
I have. It depends on which version of ISB. You don't have any random light side aliens, do you? Or do you have a card I designed? Any V cards that?
Start naming some. Do you decide to run?
Yeah, it's got my name on it. That was actually a personal V card.
There's a new foil for it too.
Yeah, it's there.
I don't know if he's in this deck.
Let me see your deck. Let me see. I'll tell you. There's got to be something I've designed. Technically,
I am hitting a wall. I am tired.
I mean, there's but your V cards are mostly dark.
You guys are in.
I did read Doritos. What does it?
Well, I mean, we're waiting for battles and stuff to happen.
I'm guessing Anakin and Poe.
So he left Ray's transport and now the vengeance is down.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Oh, I designed this guy. He's not signed.
Right. Remember to write in the picture box. And it's double sleeves, so you have to take it out of 2 sleeves. Yeah. Vengeance with random guy for forfeit and Destiny. Adding 5 to Destiny now because of Vader Shuttle moving back.
Yes, he does play 2.
Almost have to play 2 with Brave Resistance not being always dark card. Because he's the best pilot you got, besides, well, him and Anakin. But Poe gives you that second Destiny.
I'll put it immediately back in sleep.
Yeah,
There you go. Yeah. That was, man, set 3. God, is that right?
That's been a minute. 5 years ago. 6
No,
years
was
ago.
that 2015?
Yeah, so 7 years ago. Where's the time go? We're old men now.
I know. No, I was trying to think if I've been on design longer than anybody.
You probably have. Because you do a good job at it.
I'm just the idea guy. I'm like, here's ideas. You guys argue about it.
Okay, so he's standing. So no leadership. That hurts. So, how did the pilot not die on Revengeance?
He probably played 2 guys. I wasn't really paying attention, to be honest with you.
Where's the lost pile? I can't tell where his lost pile is. He must not have Holdo Hujis because Holdo's on the top of his lost pile still.
Could have Holdo placed it out of No, he placed it out of play. That's why it's sideways like that.
Oh, okay. That's true.
That's kind of cool. Bummer. What a bummer.
I hate to say this, but I think Justin should look for a good spot to drop here. Especially if MHT has.
There's no. He's not going to do that. I mean, she doesn't have any retrieval.
Enforcement. If there's any battles.
The problem is no idea can just whittle you down. It'll be tough to beat that by any sizable number.
I think Justin's only doing 1 damage right now. He doesn't even have BB-8 yet. I don't think you can't tell what the card is under the lightsaber.
It's 3PO.
Okay. His sand's dry though now, so there's no sand.
Yeah, but he's got unlimited commands because he had to grab the Gek.
I'll show you drop in or whatever. Who's ever running it?
He has to find some all wings combos.
Oh, it's the last round. Okay, this is round 6. He's not in it, but he didn't want to scoop. But he said he might come catch up with us later. Yeah, I was in the middle of a fun game. There's definitely going to be a fun fight.
Yeah, bro. It's been such a long weekend. Such a long weekend. I think Justin needs to hope they can get him down to less than 15-ish.
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
Hopefully less than that, but I think that's the.
I mean, there might be a way he could beat down the Grand Inquisitor. I don't know. One of the sisters. Who knows? It's not looking good.
He'd have to have a turn, I think, where he'd put like Leia where Grand Inquisitor is, and battle and kill the Grand Inquisitor, and put a guy at the site next door. He needs to flip him back to be able to do more damage. Maybe landing the Falcon, flip him back, do the double move with the Falcon, move to Ralltiir, land it, try and keep him from flipping back. Yeah, well, I mean, we don't think he's going to do a beatdown. We think he needs to just try and flip back. That's like the only chance so he can get in some extra damage. There's not going to be any beatdowns. Most of his best characters are on the board. I think killing the Grand Inquisitor and then moving the Falcon over, flipping him back, then landing a Falcon and getting guys out and trying to hold those two sites while doing drains of 2, or drain of 1 and ping of 1 is about the best you can hope to do. Try and just get in a few extra damage. I don't know how many cards you
Yes, this is game 1. I'm going to go get my sweatshirt. I'll be right back.
You can get back.
Yeah, I'm going back.
Yeah, but even with solo Chewie, I mean, I don't think he has enough to deploy all 3 of those guys and battle. I don't know how many cards Justin has left, but that's still, 4, 6, 10 force. 1 to battle, you know. I'm not sure if MHT is playing barriers or not, but if one of them got barrier, that put an end to all of that anyways. Oh, MHT has about 10 cards. Yeah.
10 cards in his reserve deck? Life Force?
He said he had about 10 cards in hand, I think.
Oh.
What Silver Glen said.
What does Silver Glen know?
Yeah, that's Silver Glen. Never trust the Brits. Oh, Justin has about 10 cards in hand. Okay. So, I mean, I don't know if he has enough force to be able to deploy Chewie, Solo, Leia, though. That'd still be 10 force to play those guys. I guess MHT wasn't doing a whole lot of damage, though, throughout the course of the game, so he might. Oh, there's a Lando in space.
Like everything in life, I should have just listened to you, Mike. Yes. Galal Akbar.
That guy's a beast. Akbar is a man. I'd assume there is, but let's see. Thrawn's on the ground. Ozzel's on the ground. Piet, maybe? Maybe Piet's up there?
No Dark Side Admiral. That's interesting.
Oh. So if Justin set up Destinies, there's a 5. Did he only draw 1?
I felt like he was just yelling at him.
He's like, we're going to dinner. Do you want something?
Busy? Are you hungry?
Do you want some food?
I'm hungry, Joe.
Are we coming? Are Steve and I coming to dinner?
I would have invited you, but I literally didn't want to interrupt, and it started asking new allies and said that they said you're ultimate team.
So the chat knows.
I'm not new allies.
So the chat knows. A rebel spy is down here going to dinner.
Thanks,
he
man.
refused to ask Steve and I to dinner because he hates us. I'm just joking.
You're taking it too far, B friend. Taking it too.
Oh no!
How is anyone that skinny?
I know, right? And like,
I feel like his bones are just too brittle and fragile.
oh yeah, you'd be done.
Yeah. I'm just retiring, Mike. Retiring from everything.
We're retiring from life. We're just gonna sit. We're gonna sit and do commentary only.
I don't know if I'm going to listen to you about not going to that bar, though. That one I might just do.
Oh, we have a fan club. We went from 1 to 10 just like that. Retiring from life. Okay, it's not that deep, probably. So there's a masterful move. Can Erica take in hand? Image? No, enforcement. Woo-hoo. Has Justin force protection yet?
Yeah.
That's what he's doing now.
I think.
It looks like he's doing it now. He drew a 5. So he's canceling a 5. 4 for 5.
Could be, but I don't think Chewie's up in space. And Justin would be drawing 3, I would think.
If he's got Poe and Lando.
No, that's domination. Or not, whatever the new domination is.
It's the same game.
Same game. Same board state.
What's up, Ron? Haven't seen you in a while.
Unfortunately, both sides are just miserable.
Yeah.
Both of these games are just going to be the biggest grinds.
No idea.
How much time's left? Like Justin could try and just like.
Paul Myers, an hour and a half.
Paul Myers. Like
Did you see how excited he got when he thought there was no time limit? It's literally like Paul Myers' wet dream.
Is like,
playing a final confrontation with no time limit takes 2.5 days.
For Paul Myers. Gosh. Paul Myers is like the first one to fall asleep, loses.
How much time does left?
I don't know. I don't even know what this phone is everyone's talking about.
Somebody said 20 minutes left.
Because it's on the phone there.
What? Oh, over there.
Okay.
Yeah, 20 minutes, yeah.
So, some stuff died. Oh, All the pilots died.
Yeah, he
That's
drew
something.
3 Destiny.
That's
He might be able to chip away.
He has an Emperor.
He might be able to chip away. Dude, if Justin wins Worlds, yeah.
Yeah. Like, he would have, like, this would be it. He'd play this train wreck masterfully.
I was going to say that would be my wet dream, but that was going a little too far.
No, that's all of our wet dreams.
No. Maybe once upon a time I was pretty good at building decks, but that was quite a while ago.
I was just say, I remember the run you had for like NPC wins and stuff like that back then. Your decks were always just like crazy good. Remember when I played flops against you?
Yeah, that commuting deck I had for like a 2-3 year stretch was pretty good.
We were like, what can you even do against Steve?
If anybody's
Mike's,
curious about live counts, MHT's is 14 right now with 4 games. So.
Oh,
what's Justin's?
I didn't get that one. But
So you only give me you only give me half the information. That's just like a tease.
If you had to,
Don't tease me, bro. That I believe. Justin not responded.
Yeah.
That I definitely believe.
When I asked, I said trading live count and MHT turned out. I don't know.
I believe that one.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But never let Mike Kessler tell you to play flops against anybody.
Solomon's SWCCG. Who are you?
Which one?
I don't know who that. I don't know who
I
a
don't
lot
know
of these people
Solomon
is.
is either. I wonder if it's Oh, so they must know you, or think they know of you.
I mean, at least he spelled my name right, unlike Dylan.
Timo.
Mr. Baroni. There goes those 5s. The problem is he never got BB-8 out this game.
But
That's like the
there's
real
still,
issue.
have we seen him lose to BB-8 though? Because if there's still 2 in his deck, that could be big too.
Yeah, but like we're on turn 10 now.
Yeah.
Like, imagine
Of
BB-8
course,
on
yeah.
turn
Yeah.
2 or 3.
It'd be like 8 extra damage. There's another Emperor. He's got the shield. Well, I can't tell who else he has in his hand. I assume with Oswald that's probably Piet or Desai.
He does have 2. He definitely has 2. That I know.
So Justin can actually retrieve a force with Lando if MHT decides to battle.
I mean, she's not going to battle.
Yeah.
What is it, Poe? Yeah.
It's like Poe and Lando. Yeah.
Not if Piet's at the other location, unless he got a.
Yeah,
I don't know.
That would make sense. Maybe Piet's the guy that's on Vader's shuttle. So he
Yeah, it
must
is. Someone said it was.
That seems like a. I guess that's the only admiral he probably has. I think there's 3 in General Veers. There's only admirals and generals. And now MHT's having to come in. Oh, that's Erica. So Erica's not going to do a whole lot. Gets another card out of MHT's hand. Down to 2 cards, it looks like. Oh, now he's bringing the whole mess over. So now, okay, he's leaving Vengeance. So he's moved an Admiral over. So Decree is not online, though, so Justin's going to get 1 and 1 now. So that's something. I mean, if Justin can just get a 2 instead of a 1 each time, that's going to add up.
He can handle. I don't know. Did he grab anything?
I guess he can handle because.
Yeah, but I mean, she hasn't grabbed anything. Oh, he grabbed it. Could be worse. Yeah, so he can handle for 2.
That's nice.
Drain 2, retrieve 1. The problem is BB-8.
Yeah,
it's 5 o'clock. Jesus.
I haven't even seen him draw one for Destiny, so he's just like, he hasn't found one that he can even like try and track around with 3PO.
Still going. 16 minutes left. I mean, the other real thing too is Justin could time him out. You out of here, dude? Hey, it was a pleasure meeting you. And good game. Let me give you daps.
San Diego's.
I'm not a big Empire, but it was a pleasure.
Yeah, good to see you.
Likewise.
Safe travels. I'll see you January.
Oh.
Oh yeah, of course. Oh yeah. Hopefully with my smoker until.
You'll never see me again, so it was good to actually meet you.
I'd be depressed if I never saw you.
You'll never see me again, be fair. This is it. I'm done after this.
I'll come to Chicago and visit. Go to the bar or something.
Yeah,
or I
we
can
could
get
do
if you're a
that.
bartender, come visit and just.
Now where did everybody doing it?
Maybe I can get in better shape and we can try and get some girls and stuff.
Hey, big guys need loving too.
I just start hearing a bunch of people just like, I like the dad bods more than the abs. It's like
People be saying that all the time.
yeah,
I've seen
it's
that.
like, is that true? I was like, really? You picked the dad bod over the abs? I never thought something like that possible.
30 years later, and Mike Gem's still the epitome of what women want.
Yeah. You remember Aaron Groff? He was like a taller version of Mike, a little less handsome, but still a handsome guy. We always used to joke that they were like twins. Well, I did. We did. You guys might not remember.
I have no clue who you're talking
I'm
about.
sure Mike Gem knows Aaron Groff.
Jared's dying at that one.
I think BB-8 just might have got removed from the game, though. I think, Justin, that was one of the cards you picked for
Dylan. No, for real. This has been like one of the most miserable trips.
I like
the
Tyson
beds.
Fury.
The beds are awful. Like
Yeah,
everything
I've
hurts.
had
I haven't been
trouble
sleeping.
Yeah.
The room is on the side of the hotel facing the street, and I got to tell you, Atlanta is wild. At like
I got woken up to people yelling. Like,
Literally
and
slept
I was on the 19th floor, and I heard people yelling from like way down on the street.
literally slept like 2, maybe 3 hours.
I mean,
max
it's a
each
fancy
night.
enough hotel, but I'd rather be able to sleep. All right, so Falcon is staying. I feel like I would just move to Jakku.
Yeah, I think you got to get away from.
Because do we know if he handled this turn? I wasn't paying attention.
I wasn't either.
Does anybody in the chat know if he handled to drain 2? Okay, he did. Euros? Oh, no. The hostel / hotel thing that I stayed at was awful at Euros.
But you got to also understand, I'm used to like 5-star hotels and like comfy beds and flying first class. Like this has been, and I'm not rich. Like I just have played that points game. But either way, like it hasn't been fun. I mean, if Justin wins, obviously it was. I mean, even the two of them coming in, it's worthwhile. Like we've had some good dinners and stuff like that. But like, it's just, I feel like
I'll be there. I'll be at Euros. I'm coming to Euros next year too, guys.
Man, I will say this. I have been saying for a while now that I do need to go to Copenhagen because I do want to go to Noma. So that's funny that's where Euros is going to be.
Yeah, I'm Draylock actually. Jerome Waiters. I think I pronounced that right. I'm going to fly into Belgium before Euros, and he's going to take me to Bruges and show me around Belgium and stuff. So that's going to be exciting. At least he said he was. If that's still on the table, I'm in, bro. Almost.
I don't think Noma closed. That's news to me. They did a pop-up in New York City this year, only for Amex card members, and I was literally so close. I got to the second confirmation screen to get the tickets, and then it was booked out. I mean, you have to. It's tough. No, actually, I closed the restaurant about 3 weeks ago. We shut it down. Hence why I'm actually able to be here right now. Had to throw the towel in, unfortunately.
I'm in the bathroom. I'll be right here.
Okay. We're about to have our the newest member of the K2D. Is that Apollo? Or
Yeah, he's coming back?
Apollo 2's coming. He's going to the bathroom. He's coming back. He's told us. So Justin decided to stay. Yeah, it looks like there's a battle in space. He drew a 2, so that's good. MHT drew Blizzard 2 for Destiny. And now he's swapping and taking I couldn't tell who that was he took. Maybe an Emperor or a... Did we ever figure out who Solomon was?
No.
Oh, he took Tarkin back. Okay. It looked like he swapped a Tarkin.
Come on, Bob.
Can you get by?
Right. Good. You get that out of the way. You don't need any of that. That's fine. I just don't
Is
want
this
to.
the second match?
Nope, still the first one. Did you win your game?
Yeah, I won.
Nice. What was the matchup?
It was my hidden base against Deku with no space, so it wasn't really that close.
Cool.
I was draining for 12 every turn.
Justin's making a comeback, though. He finally played BB-8.
I mean, that's cool. I'm not sure I'm allowed to have an opinion about it.
I got scolded hardcore for showing Chu that hidden base deck, and then like because he beat like some of our team with it, I was just like, it was one game. I didn't know the whole family was gonna play the deck. That deck is definitely stupid.
Yeah, it is Harrison-Trainor domination.
You guys have
Look
claimed
at
that
that.
deck for you guys
No, it's
because you guys
dominance,
played
right?
it.
Yeah. Huh?
Yeah, because the Kashik train of dominance.
I think Apollo has claimed the hidden base deck for your team because they were the ones that played it.
I think it was actually my dad. He hasn't lost a game with it. No, he lost one game.
8 minutes and 47 seconds.
You won?
Uh-oh.
I think I should say blue. I would say blue will show.
Yeah, that would
I think just Lando. Because you only had Lando, Poe, and Galal there.
Yo.
Fred.
Fred. Dude, after this game, can I sign one of your cards?
Of course.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I can't see the life force. Can someone explain?
No one knows. It's close. They both probably have like.
I'll go hop into the room.
Just let him. Just hang out. You don't want to bother him.
Yeah, sure.
Justin's in the zone right now.
He's in shark mode, as my dad says.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Gotta make him playable. My namesake.
What kind of card do you want to sign?
You need your pick?
Preferably a non-V card, because I want to spite Brian Fred. Not Brian Fred.
Johnny's got to sign that one.
Okay.
Johnny's got
Chris Kelly. Chris Kelly.
Yeah, I want to spite Chris Kelly.
That's a good one. I don't know how to sign to that yet. Oh, shades. Some shades.
Oh, you're
Here comes Anakin. You know, I'm really upset we have not seen R2 yet.
We finally got a BB-8 too.
There's R2! Oh!
Is there a beatdown coming?
Probably not, but he can win the Trisha Warren space with R2.
Knock him out of space? It's good.
Still,
Yeah,
7 minutes.
good.
He's pieced his pilots.
Justin had a really rough start, but he's
Piecing them together.
clawing back.
I'm curious to actually see the replay of this because of the line MHT took with
not playing the system.
Crazy.
Yeah, not playing the system. Weird.
Actually, I think honestly, I think at this point, Justin might be able to get there.
Write whatever you want on it.
But I guess
Nothing
either way, if
derogatory.
it goes to time, it's probably a win.
What is
for,
that?
like
I said nothing derogatory to you. It's a joke.
the way the game started, take that as a
Oh
win.
yeah. We're just now starting to get a little bit excited.
Well, R2 and BB-8 finally hit the table.
What deck is this, Brian?
It's the Y4 deck Jeremy used. What does it say?
Bew.
You gotta sign your name too, man.
Oh, fudge, yeah. Here.
Yeah, there.
Justin does play Gold Leader and Gold 1. I can attest to that.
Man, if that shows up too.
But yeah, I mean, you put her on the ground, you retrieve in 1 turn.
So I think he's running now. He's going to try and set up Decree is what it looks like. And he's just dropped Erica to the ground for an extra retrieval. Yeah, Jen.
Oh, did he?
Here.
There we go.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Here.
Mr. Apollo, you're not a sir. You're now a sir.
Awesome.
An 11-year-old sir. Yeah, Justin's starting to piece together the things he's been looking for all game.
What's this? What card goes here?
My guess is like 14.
I'm just going to put whatever card I find. Oh, probably him.
Did you see my stack of these?
You got some too?
I have a whole deck. We can do a whole deck.
You have a whole deck of these? Mm-hmm. And I have a whole deck of these?
You have a whole deck too?
You gave me one.
Yeah, he said the highest finishing member of the team would get a whole 60 of them.
Whole 60 of what?
The Be Fred Thanos sleeves. Look at you. Baroni is now disgusted. I think he's disgusted.
I know for a fact that MHT plays some tramples because
I would never.
I think that's how he beat.
Never ever would I ever do that.
That's how he beat Jolson. He trampled Leia and tracked to 6.
Is that how he did? Oh, bless you, bud.
You didn't know how to respond to the Grey Shard. I got a whole sleeve of these. A whole deck of these.
Honestly, like I just wish the graphic design on the gauntlet was a little bit better. Oh, those are OTSDs.
Because they jokingly said that because I collect all the stuff.
Okay.
They were like.
Oh, these are boxes?
Yeah,
those are like
the ones that they in the tournament because they were just like B. Fred will be the first to get all
All right.
6, and then he can do the snap.
That makes more sense because I was like, what? Are those
And then
look so
Ryan Sursa made the meme and it won meme of the Star Wars meme of the year. And Carl stole the picture and made it.
Are you glad that you're memeified now?
I mean, I take it as a compliment, I guess.
It's fame.
He's been waiting his whole life to be memeified.
Waiting my whole life to be somewhat famous. Famous in the Star Wars community.
Everyone knows everyone in the Star Wars community,
Oh, yeah.
except for like me and Benji, because we just came.
Well, we do now.
Yeah, but the thing is,
I don't really know anyone.
The thing is,
except for,
everybody knows who you are, which is like
You're a chew. I mean,
Yeah, I'm also-
your legacy, like literally.
It's also like whenever like even if people don't really know me, it's sort of obvious. Like when someone says like that they're playing Apollo True, it's sort of obvious because everyone knows I'm
And look, you see that
my
right there?
dad's
That's
kids.
you. They got you on camera there. You're here commenting. You're a legend. No, you're supposed to get in here.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah,
Get
we
in
want
here.
you in
Of
here.
course, absolutely.
Yeah, what we're pointing out is like this is like when people watch the videos, they'll have the chat window down there, so they'll see you too and know you.
But the thing is, like, it's also sort of like everyone knows that I'm my dad's kids, right? And then
You
that
should
means
say
I'm probably
that
a kid. Which I'm
Johnny Chu is your dad.
Sure.
There. You're the all-star here right now. Johnny's just the dad.
Yeah,
Sure.
he's got a point.
You got to own
You're-
it, man.
you're the future, bro.
You're Chu legacy.
I also went 3 and 5, which isn't exactly great.
Your first
It's
rolls,
not-
man.
I went 3 and 3.
I think I went.
And then I dropped.
I think I went 4 and 4, but I can't recall. It was like 99. That's a while ago. That's what 23 years, man.
It's only 2 minutes left. Let's go.
Wait, how do you know?
There's a little clock right there. It's like 2:40.
Oh.
It's got to be getting pretty close.
Yeah, and that's the rush them probably.
I mean, you have to think the Rops is favored in the No Idea matchup by a little bit at least. So if Justin can keep this close and or squeak out a win on time, I'm not.
I don't think he's gonna squeak out a win, but like if it goes to time, that's a win for him.
All he needs to do is block
Considering
the drains and retrieve.
45 minutes ago, we thought he was going to lose by like 15 to 20.
Yeah. So for differential, they count up how many each one has, and say like Justin has 12, MHT has 14. MHT gets a win by 2, right? Is that how it works?
Yeah.
Hey, that wouldn't be bad at all. There's another
So,
Emperor.
If they can tie, since Darkseid is so much stronger this year, then
Supposedly, Lightside won more games yesterday.
Supposedly, but if Darkseid's supposed to be stronger, Justin should be able to like take the next match.
Yeah, well, I think he'll be favored in that matchup. Which is
MHT is really good with that deck. Though.
That MHT is like a surgeon.
The important thing here, though, is that Justin's going to get the last turn of the game if it goes to time.
Yeah.
Why?
Because he's light time.
He'll get a couple retrieval, at least 2, and if he can find a way, he can just battle into whatever's left to get extra retrievals.
That's good.
Like, I went to time against Brad Reinhold at Minnesota, and like literally the last turn, I had 6 places I could battle with Leia when I was light size. So I just battled into him at every place and retrieved 6.
Huh.
And got it, and ended up being enough.
That's good.
Yeah. That is really good, especially when you're a deck that has Leia and you can just like, you don't even care if your guys die, you just like battle at all these places. I retrieve X amount of force. Yeah, whatever amount.
So it seems pretty close right now.
He might not have any General Leia's left, though.
I mean, he doesn't have enough force to play the General Leia in battle.
Okay.
Not enough light force.
Yeah, because Leia costs what, 5?
The clock's off, right? So that means that this is the last turn.
I don't know. I think he might have just picked it up to.
This is gonna be really close.
Did they call time? Does anyone know?
I mean,
did anyone keep an eye on the clock? I wasn't.
Because it was ticking down. I think on MHT's turn, it was probably about 1:15ish left. So I'd have to assume that.
So they agreed to just play it out because it's so close, and neither one of them wants to be bothered with time, and
That's fair.
show allowed them to play it out, so they're just not gonna pay attention to the time.
That's
Okay,
great.
so-
Yeah, they're playing it out.
We
guys.
wondered what happened when the clock got taken off the screen.
Yeah, that was interesting.
I mean, that's one of the luxuries of being in the finals with your teammate. You know, like you actually can do the right thing.
So wait, is it only the Emperor and Shuttle in front of the Falcon now?
Good for the viewers too, right? Like you don't have to see them like adjust for time and start playing weird. Like you get to see the game play out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was me, I would have just timed them out.
Yeah. Play the next game. Well, like, because some people might be leaving.
Yeah, he's in the dark side. Oh, some of them. I have a
We're
few
up to
side
72
ones,
viewers.
some that gave me some
That's a
free
whole
ones when I
lot.
first got 'em.
Do you know if MHT has a card in here? I don't think so.
I don't think he does.
Did Brian Jarvis sign?
I don't think so. I don't think he does.
He designed that one.
That's huge.
Wow, what was that sports bar you guys were at earlier?
Can anyone else see? Does anyone see that MSG has any? No, MSG doesn't have any cards in
No
hand.
cards in hand.
If you look at the bottom left.
So
I mean, either way, it's going to come down to the next game. It looks like, seems.
So Decree's off again. Oh, nope. Never mind. I thought that was going to be big.
What happened?
He just swapped ships to keep Decree.
I mean, I think Justin draws up here, to be honest with you. I think he hits the BB-8, he hits the drain of 0, is it? Or the BB-8 ping.
Drain is 0 now.
Yeah, but he gets the ping off the
that's true.
effect, and then he draws up.
2 damage drop.
Yeah.
Because he's got, what, like 4-ish cards? 2. He's got 2 cards.
Yeah.
So it looks like about 4 or 5. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like 4 or 5.
It's a wild game.
Hey, I'll take 4 or 5.
A loss. I would
Considering
be
how
very
the game
surprised if he
started.
was lost by 2.
Yeah, right.
I think MHT wins by 4 or 5.
Yep, that's what it seems
Maybe.
like.
Is this game 1?
Yeah,
Game 1.
game 1.
4.
Sorry, I had to grab
Well,
Hey, yeah, even better than 5.
It's okay, dude. You don't have to apologize for anything. Whoa, Joe Burrow went off today.
Yeah, touchdown to Joe Mixon.
40 points. Jamar Chase went off.
Oh, is that Benzie?
Brandon.
Jamar Chase is a man. Jamar Chase is going to be like Randy Moss, Jerry Rice status, I think.
Hey, wait, game's 2 tomorrow? Game 2's tomorrow?
No, it's probably in about 5-10 minutes. They're going to take a little break.
Okay.
I hate it when the sleep
Alright.
falls on the
I'll be right back. I want to go.
Good night, bud.
I want to congratulate Justin.
Yeah, go for it.
Did you say congratulate Justin?
Playing a good game.
Yeah, wow. A masterful game, I think. Can't find
All right, we'll be back in a few. I'm going to go get another drink or something. I don't know. We'll be back for game 2. I don't have the final count, but it looks like it was probably like 4 or 5.
4. That's what
Was it 4?
Sam
4.
Sam said 4.
Cool.
Babadook.
I can't wait
Sign
to
a
watch
card.
What?
Sign a card. Here's some cards too.
Which side was Justin?
He was like.
Wait,
So now
he's
MAC was Rops, and now Justin's gonna do it.
and that was close of a game?
Justin couldn't get anything going, and MHT didn't play a system, just flipped and didn't play a system and played cower, so Justin couldn't retrieve like the first half of the game, and was literally doing like 1 damage because he wasn't flipped either yet. So he was just because his drain's -1, +1 from Lightsaber.
And he's only
Actually, a lot of people are playing Santa Claus for all
He
round.
couldn't find BB-8
Like,
for
I
the
played
turn.
someone who was
Like,
doing it.
second
I know at least 2 people were.
Desai lost by 4.
My dad was, for one, like today. Not yesterday.
That's an excellent job.
Oh, he
And what's
when you
ZH?
watch the replay, he played so good.
Well, when the ratings come out, he's gonna be #1 in the world.
Probably.
I would vote for him for #1 in a heartbeat.
He'll be
Like the way he's been playing this year.
he'll be 3 times, right?
Yeah, he'll be tied best here.
Oh yeah, I saw one game of 0 hours. 0 hour. I think I might have lost. Yeah, I think no. It was played once today. I think I won.
You gonna sign for me, Casey?
Yeah. Wasn't there one other that's got 3?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's got all the Sharpies done now, but you can.
I was playing Bim before me versus 0 hour,
You can sign
and
whatever you want.
yeah, I won the game.
Nothing derogatory. Nothing too derogatory.
It was fun though.
Then I have to retire cards.
Chu has 3 worlds, right?
Chu has 2.
No, he don't.
That's
Yeah.
what I thought. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's why I was surprised.
Baxton's the only
For set your course, you just have to go to the ground and just ignore. Not ignore, but you have to let. He doesn't have. They don't have much ground.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I guess. That's my guess. I don't really know.
No, it's okay.
There's
It's not a
cards
big
here.
deal.
You already signed one?
I did, yeah.
You find a good one? Another here. Sign something different. Somebody already signed up all the wedges. Usually you only
But
play.
I had a good joke for that.
Usually only play like one in a deck though. I want to make sure I can play with your card. I got to restore freedom over here too. I don't know. I just say here's another stack of green leader and green 1. It's kind of funny. There's a foil barrier. I mean, whatever you want.
Could you sign one? I don't have one with me. I took my stuff back to the hotel.
Sign something of mine and give it to you. I guess I could do that.
If you got something.
I think MHG won by 4.
I can sign up prepared defenses.
What is that? Oh, yeah, because I start that all the time.
How do I get a Brian Fred signed card?
Apparently, I just pull out a card and sign it for you, and that's how you get it. I'm Pete, and he has all the Sharpie down here.
Okay.
I'm not going to watch what your signs.
I can't wait to watch the replay.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. It's such a good game.
That's fantastic. That's all I want from games. I just want
Yeah.
good games.
I mean, I want to win personally.
Well, I mean, yeah, winning's good. Winning's good, but like, as long as it's a good game, like both people playing well,
Yeah.
that's what's really enjoyable to me.
Yeah, for sure.
But yes, winning is really nice.
No kidding. For me, I only won a couple times this weekend, so it really made it winning special. For someone like Johnny Chu, who wins every game, like every time.
I know. He's well, the way he thinks about decks and the game is awe-inspiring.
Yeah.
Like, my playtest partner at home wanted me to play EBO X-Wings here, and I didn't listen to him.
The hidden base X-Wings, I didn't play very well, so I
have a
only won
feeling
2
that
games.
my playtest partner is a better player than me, even though he's not a better technical player than me. I think he's better at like knowing what to play. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
And that makes me feel really good.
It looks like Justin's setting up for the next game.
Yeah.
Is that Invasion? I don't think it is. No, that's Rob's.
You getting coffee in there? Yeah, coffee to start. How long were you planning to? I had this week. We talked about it for like Desai said he had stuff for that match. And I was like, we talked about it, but we've never done it. Yesterday was the first time I was like, that was really bad for me. And his first turn, he was just like, oh, thank God, you just played it. I don't have to worry about that now. And I was like, I got my did it. And I was like, that in my hands. I was like, this is the time. It seems good. Of course, all the actions and that are favorable and they're really cool. Yeah. It's really cool.
I think the match is starting soon.
Not have the patience to sit through that. I'm gonna watch it. No, I needed more dinner. Oh. Yeah, it's better. Well, in our game, I guess she didn't have to. Yeah, she did. You might have forgotten some of the details of this particular. She went above and beyond.
Oh, that's hilarious.
How long did you play?
Huh?
How long did you play?
Not the first year. I came in, it was premiering a new and 5 just came out maybe like a month after I started.
Game starting soon.
Oh, it started?
Yep. Energy hasn't set up yet, but just nice.
I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go outside for a second. You're going to keep an eye on this. Make sure nobody tries to steal any beef red sleeves.
The constellation is still going on as far as I know. But, yeah. Hey, dude. Do you know who won the constellation yet? Yeah.
I lost.
Alright. So, yeah, the game's probably still going. You know what? I have not been max reload. I don't know what it does. Has anyone won the constellation yet?
It's 10 minutes to go, I think.
All right. So.
Did you drop, or did you have?
No, I already won.
Oh, you already won?
Yeah,
nice.
I won like 10 minutes ago. Maybe it was like 15 minutes ago. I don't know who, but he was playing this Dooku deck, and I was playing hidden base. He had no space, so I was just reading 12 return, and he just surrendered.
Nice.
So I asked, and apparently the constellation's ending in about 10 minutes, and then I'll be able to say who won. So there's one person undefeated, and then there's one person who's 4-1. So depending on who won, I'll be able to say.
Let's do that. I really want to Hey, what are you doing tonight, Daniel? You want to play in a 6-man tournament? Or I should say, if 7 want to play that, cool. I want to do things that I do.
Dan, we're going to play Avalanche, alright?
Dan, you and I didn't play at all.
No, we don't.
So what happened? I take the coffee mug story.
He's fine. He's like, no, they wait for me. That's nice.
And probably,
but like a minimum of an hour until he gets to you.
Those get close every now and
Fine,
then.
I want to see.
Wow, those are really sweet. No, we wait. Wow, you got one. No, I guess it was like, wow, I really like it. Not fun talking about it. And Bill, the nice guy that he is,
But he hang out until then.
You really?
One was like the prototypes that they sent out.
Yeah, yeah.
I got one was for size.
All the things that matter.
Yeah.
So I will tell you.
Actually,
it's really sad. I'll be honest, like, don't feel bad. Please don't even mention it.
All right, game is starting in a couple minutes. They're shuffling the decks.
Absolutely starving.
Hi.
2 hours ago.
Okay, I'll be right back.
All right.
Gather some stuff. We go to the bathroom.
Okay.
I will.
They are shuffling the decks right now. It's very close to starting.
I actually don't need these squares. I just want to hang out with them.
He's like one of the nicest human beings.
Seems like No Idea versus Rops. Not totally sure if that's a good matchup for either side, because I did not play test either. Is No Idea versus Rops a good matchup for either side?
I think it's interesting.
Okay.
Because I think it probably slightly favors the Rops player.
Good.
But I think if both sides play a clean game, it's usually settled with 10 differential or less. And the fact that the first game was only settled by about 4, right?
Yep.
I think that's going to make for a really interesting match, right? Because it's
right.
not like they're playing in a vacuum. They know that 4 is the magic number. So they're going to probably play a very close game.
Okay. Well, let's see what happens.
Also,
What's going on, everybody in the chat?
what are you waiting for? You want to wait for somebody? I don't know.
Apollo, did you answer the question about have you ever been max reboot? Do you know what that means?
No, I don't, but I did answer. I don't think I have been.
Yeah, if you were max reboot, you'd know about it. So,
what does he do?
Who knows what max reboot actually does? Though this is not a card thing that happens. This is not like an in-game thing that happens. This is when you come to an event like this. somebody will try to slip you a Max Rebo card without you knowing that you're about to accept a Max Rebo card. And if you accept a Max Rebo into your possession, then the challenge is you have to now pass it on to somebody else.
Huh.
But everybody else knows about the game, right? So if you just try to hand somebody a Max Rebo, they're going to say, no, I don't want it. Or if you try to even hand them a light side card, you just show them the back of the card, and they're like, that's a light side card. That could be a Max Rebo. I don't want that from you. They're not going to take it. So now the challenge is on you to find a devious way to give them the Max Rebo.
Okay, so I'll just give it to my brother. He didn't know.
Perfect. You got it figured out already.
Or actually, I'll just put it on top of someone's head.
You put it on top of someone's head. You can also
and then run away.
You could bury it in a stack of cards. You could take this sleeve. Let's show it to the camera. Where is the camera? The camera's up here. This sleeve, this Brian Fred's collection sleeve, you could like slip a Max Rebo in here, and then you could hand it to somebody. You could be like, "Hey, check out this sleeve I got you," and you just give them the sleeve, and it'll cover up that it's a fact that it's a Max Rebo, right? Like, you got to think about these things. You got to get deep into this. You got to think about your strategy for Max Rebo. This is what comes along with attending your first major event.
That's awesome. Well,
yeah.
Nobody's Max Rebo'd me yet.
Not yet.
Either that or they put it on my deck and I didn't notice.
Yeah. Have you gone through your deck since you finished playing?
Yeah.
Okay. So then you're probably safe.
Yeah, hopefully.
But one day it'll happen. Somebody will give you a Max Rebo, and you're like, ugh, I got Rebo'd. How did you like your first major event? Did you have a good time?
Yeah, I was the night before. I was very worried, but I'm so glad I came.
Yeah, well, it was cool. It was cool to see you and your brother here.
Yeah.
It was, I think everybody was really happy that you were here, and so nice job, man. Nice job.
Think you'll play in more events?
If my dad lets me.
Good answer. Good answer. Always defer to Dad. Dad's in charge. Don't forget that.
Dad knows best.
And by the time I'm 18, people might have invented cards that are so powerful that nobody likes the game anymore. Or you might just die. But
wait, let's bring in Drew for this conversation.
No, I helped design the cards. So
I'm talking about Chris Kelly, not you.
He's right around the corner. We could go grab him if we really want.
He's talked to Chris Kelly already.
Yeah.
I think you need to hammer it home, though. So maybe another talking to would be good for him.
No, so, Chris Kelly's a good guy.
We're not saying he's not a bad guy. He's not a bad guy.
Yep.
Or he's a good guy.
He's a good guy.
I tricked him into a 23 card beatdown in the first day.
You beat down Chris Kelly for 23 cards?
Yeah.
Damn.
He kept saying that he liked fighting, so I said, "Come fight me for Stardust." And then I had PvP on Invader. I used Stunning Leader, and I killed him with Maul and Evzon, and I killed 2 of his guys, and then he only had 1 Destiny, and I destroyed him.
Did you say, and that's for making Like My Father Before Me a card?
That's not what I said.
No, you didn't say that. Okay. I would have said that.
Well, of course you would have said that.
Well, I didn't know. I don't know which cards in particular he made. I just know that he's very bad.
Yeah, just that's the that's the downside of being the lead designer. Is any card that was designed on your watch, that's your card.
Well, I think when did he take over? That's the real question. Because there was a lot of bad cards before Chris took over. Ray.
No, in all seriousness, I like. There's still stuff that I would fix about the game right now, but it's a ton of fun. So I would say
I'd go back to Death Star 2.
What's that?
I'd go back to Death Star 2.
You go back all the way to Death Star 2?
Yeah, and then every year you'd re-release a new set.
I'm not gonna argue with you on the fact that Death Star 2 was probably a really balanced meta, but you're saying you'd get rid of like all the Episode 1 stuff, like no Tatooine, no Coruscant, no Theed.
Well, you'd get there eventually, and I know a lot of people aren't playing anymore. Like, lots of good players aren't playing anymore, and letting bad players, not bad players, but worse players, like sort of get away with winning.
So,
who's an example of a worse player that wins a lot?
I don't really know anyone, so I can't really think of one. But that's what my dad said.
Okay, good. That's a politically correct answer. All right, I guess we should talk about this game that's actually taking place. Sorry, Dan's typing some stuff and I can't see the quote-unquote action. I can't imagine there's a whole lot that's happening.
There isn't. It's literally... I'm assuming Justin is on Desai. He's on Dark Side this time?
Yeah, so Justin... This looks like turn 2 for Justin. Turn 1 was Executor Docking Bay. Is that the street? And put down Piet and Desai. Looks like sorry.
Sorry.
Dan's still tweaking some stuff.
I can do it. I can do it.
I got it.
Okay.
Rops versus Rops. Classic matchup.
Honestly, at this point, it kind of is.
It basically was Rops versus Rops. Oh, okay. So this is looks like MHT's turn one.
Question is,
Tom, if the card revolves around Luke, then C. Kelly probably designed it. Yeah, fair.
Okay.
Won't argue that. All right, so MHT gets a docking bay. So, I don't know. My plan for this matchup as the no idea player is don't deploy the beach, throw all of your ships to Ariadu, find sand, and eventually get a bunch of power to the system and try to kick them out of space.
The other thing is,
I don't think no idea will be able to really take Rops out on the ground.
No, I think you're right. I think you're right. Rop's characters fight way better than No Idea's characters. And
but I mean, being that No Idea has a bunch of spies, you could easily just drop guys on Desai and
I mean, like, yes, all of your characters are spies, but you kind of need like a specific hand. You need like Leia Organa or Baze in your hand to really punish them for it. Otherwise, just like throwing some spies to the docking bay and like clearing Piet with attrition, it doesn't really get you anywhere.
No.
Andor is key if they plugged all their sand stuff. Yeah, Andor, he might have like Wedge, Red Squadron Leader, stuff like that to cancel Destinies is obviously going to come in huge. But you need those first two battles. Like really, the sand it buys you time to get all of your ships stacked up, right? Like you want Bright Hope, you want Tantive, so that way you get the Destiny draw reduction to their total battle Destiny attrition. You want to get Han Chui Falcon there because Han Chui Falcon's like 8 power plus a power draw. You need to try to grab command somewhere along the way so they're not able to limit or add as the Rops player throwing Grand Admiral Thrawn or Ozzel into the battle as well. And I think MHT has both shuttles and at least 2 Star Destroyers, so he can still amass a good bit of power at Ariadu. But yeah, No Idea's usually got like 5 or 6 ships, all of them except Han Chui Falcon it can pull from its deck.
Justin's
Justin's got one? Okay. So that's where they diverge on their decks. I guess Justin's just got 1 Star Destroyer. It's going to make it a little bit better for MHT to try to outpower him at the system.
But Justin can also go take over the Stardust site and make it so MHT can't do much.
Yeah, so concerns for MHT at the Stardust site, like you want 2 spies there to have a lot of forfeit and pick up Stardust and draw Destiny and all that. You do have to watch out for Ninth Sister, who, if you don't have a character of ability 4 or more, will reset your Destiny to 0.
So it's sort of like Zuckuss.
Yeah, a similar concept to Zuckuss. So at some point you might want to back that up with like Cornhorn, Ezra, Chirrut, something like that, just so he's able to draw through and clear Ninth Sister. Otherwise, it's an easy battle for Darkseid to win and get a retrieval from Imperial Enforcement and clear off the characters, turn off the Stardust damage. So,
haven't seen what Vader Justin is playing. I think the majority of the people are playing like Darth Vader with lightsaber, or Darth Vader Emperor's Enforcer in their ROPS. But he could have switched, maybe gone with Darth Vader, Dark Lord of the Sith here.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Justin has at least a Choke Vader. He might have a second Vader as well, which I would guess is a Enforcer Vader.
Like I said before, I think Choke Vader's best.
Choke Vader's good, especially in a deck where you have a lot of 5s and 6s that you can track around.
Ooh. Got some freak buttons here. Sign some.
You want to jump in here?
Could you sign some stuff?
I just want to sit down.
Yeah, come sit. All right, I'm gonna tap out and put Steve back in.
Constellation Tournament just ended, so I want to see the results.
Oh, okay. No, go ahead. Get in there.
I don't want to talk.
You know?
I'm just tired. Everyone's tired. I just want Justin to win. That's all I care about. I just want Justin.
Are you going to be upset that if MHT wins?
Absolutely. I mean, I'd rather MHT win than anybody else, but like.
But that's your boy.
Yeah, Justin's Justin, man.
Sounds like Johnny won the consolation.
That's cool.
I mean, I know it's not the same, but.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, it looks like he stacked up Iriadu with. Looks like we've got Bright Hope. Can't tell with Rebels on there.
It's Tornfar.
Tornfar? Okay,
Coming
so.
back in, pal.
Yep.
So he's going to get +3 to his destiny.
Did you have one?
Yeah.
Nice.
So just for the record, during the constellation tournament, Johnny 2-1.
Nice.
I don't think anybody's not surprised.
No, I wasn't surprised. Oh, and if you're wondering, they're applauding in the room next door for the constellation tournament because the results are just coming out.
Yeah, we just ended that one a little bit ago.
Ignore the applause. It's not worth the game that we're watching right now.
There's Tornfar and Mythbound
battled
Renudo off Justin.
Did Justin initiate the battle or did?
Yeah.
That sucks.
He must have drew really low.
Seems like Bright Hope might not be able to live through a battle.
Okay. And Justin's not going to flip this turn. Docking Bay transits over some guys to the Docking Bay. Looks like Piet and Desai. MHT looks like he's got 4 cards in hand right now. And it looks like a lot of characters.
And the camera at the top right is actually frozen, which you might have heard it before. But
yeah.
I think I better go back to the constellation tournament real quick.
Yeah, go get your prizes, dude.
Yeah.
We'll be here when you get back. Don't worry. I won't let anybody take your seat.
Okay. I'm just going to leave it alone.
What, the frozen thing? It's been frozen for like 2 hours.
Yeah, I'm just going to roll it. Somebody would have got me, I could have fixed it.
It's not a big deal. Nobody really needs to see Justin.
I mean, if he wins this is what, his 3rd?
Yep.
Time with Bastion.
But does Freedom Con really count? What was that, Worlds?
Counts on the PC side, it does.
He plays Choke Vader.
Okay. That's be good for this matchup.
Yeah.
What was Justin expecting to see for today?
That he was expecting that No Idea and that light side main deck that Joe and all them play.
Okay.
He didn't want to deviate too much. Just change up like 5 or 6 cards to give him a little bit of an edge and some surprise stuff.
Okay, there's a drain of 1 and pain damage from Stardust. Let's see what MHT is going to do this turn.
Are you actually like
streaming?
Yeah. I was gonna ask you. I'll go get it. Bye.
Go get what?
So Dan, the results come in and they just called you. Remember like 15 or something for the conference.
Okay. Yeah, just to help. I'll get the stuff whatever is there later. Okay, MHT looked through his deck.
I'm walking there to get it either way.
Okay.
You're welcome to join me or
Let me see how
this stuff's yours.
Oh.
Here you go.
Thanks. That's cool.
What you got? Oh, that's a cool art too.
Yeah. Okay, looks like Justin got a verify on the search. I don't know if it was for a ship or if it was for Docking Bay.
Docking Bay?
Docking Bay search. Okay.
I imagine he'd pull a ship though while he was there.
Yeah.
If he was going that route. Just at the same time.
Yeah, you don't think he's going to go search for the beach at all right now.
I don't know. What do I know about this game anymore? Oh, sorry, dude.
mean,
Can Justin win this? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it slightly favors Robs.
Does it?
Yeah. But like most games, if it's like pretty evenly played, it's like 10 cards or less anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to go to a bar and watch
Robs,
the
no idea.
But while we're waiting for Kessling? So that's what I want to do. I mean, something around here. Huh? Yeah, we just go upstairs. Do you want to just go upstairs?
Kind of. Because like then we're right here for whatever things get off.
Come on.
Yeah, just go upstairs.
What kind of tequila you shooting? Can you get by?
Hornitos.
Hornitos? Really?
You only got Hornitos and Patron. So.
Cool Patron, man. Is it
Alright.
Repo?
Is there what?
It's Repo? Reposado?
Yeah.
What did I miss?
Nothing really.
Nothing really.
We're just looking at the decks. Sorry, Phil.
Oh, it's okay.
Not yet. Okay, there's gold leader, gold one. It looks.
Mitch was up there.
Looks like that gold leader and gold one did come from the objective. Looks like Taidu. Yep. Takes the card off the bottom of his use pile.
What do you guys do?
Commentary.
Oh, did you? So the one that's frozen, by the way. So if you want to reload it, it's this one right here.
Here, sorry,
Oh,
pull
go
it
ahead.
out, okay?
Wait, yeah.
Hold on, don't touch it. Just leave it. Pause.
Sorry.
So I've pulled it out. I've
It
found
doesn't matter.
But I mean, like,
It does matter.
just FYI.
No, to see no one needs to see Justin. It's not a big deal.
I think it does matter actually.
You probably just need to reload it because it probably. There you go. I think when you plugged in all the headphones, it froze it. There was just too many things going on. Just FYI.
Awesome.
I'm sorry. Keep that away from you.
That's good. Wasn't trying to grab it anyway.
No, I know.
Okay, so he moves the Bright Hope over to Ralltiir. That Justin's not going to be able to flip with that card there.
Yep, Justin will probably have to move back from. Is that Iriadu?
Yeah, he's at Iriada right now, so he's going to be able to drain.
And then he'll probably go back to Ralltiir in order to flip.
Yep, drain a one. There goes the beach off of MHT's deck.
Yeah, I'm Revenge of the Ewoks. That's my little. I don't know if it shows you.
Huh.
See a little.
Is my dad?
And
No.
this is another one. Here's Sand Effect.
Aaron Bloom best coach, and speak to Aaron Bloom like doing this.
That's funny.
Too official.
So MHT loses his Sand Effect.
That's kind of cool.
And beach.
All right, maybe we got a game here. I mean, we always get a game. It's Justin, but like, dude, I'm just so flippin' tired.
Yeah, everyone here.
Well, I mean, what
just
are you
feeling
gonna
the
do
grind.
tonight?
After 3
We're
days.
flying
of
out at 10.
Oh, damn.
10:40 we leave. Then you get into Boston
go?
at about 1.
All right.
45
I
minutes.
think I gotta go catch a flight.
All right, buddy.
Tomorrow till we start early.
Good to meet you guys.
You too.
Keep it up.
Who's winning?
It's too close to tell.
Yeah.
But Justin's got a shot.
Yeah. Okay, so Justin got his 3 sites occupied. Looks like Mara Jade, Mithron Renudo. So,
Dylan, you can never say anybody's name right.
okay,
Get your-
Justin does flip. Moves some shuttles back over.
That's kind of worrisome, though.
I wish I hadn't heard your.
I mean, he's leaving Ozil on a shuttle by itself right now at Iriadu.
Yeah, that's the worry. That's the part that worries me.
Oh, you did that? Yeah, that's important.
That's why I'm worried about the future of mankind.
What? Dylan as a teacher?
Dylan being a teacher.
Yeah. I mean, he's a music teacher. Is that really a teacher?
No.
Okay.
What'd Dylan do?
Well, he's being Dylan in the chat.
Yeah. He's saying the wrong names. Calling Justin Matt, Justin.
MHT lose in the Bright Hope battle?
What?
What all did MHT lose in the
Torn
Bright Hope?
far.
Torn far.
Only torn far.
Yeah.
Who got barriered? Or did Justin cancel it? I saw there was a barrier on the grab card.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know, dude.
But he just gave Justin. Did Justin able to drain for 2 at Iradu?
No.
Oh shit, he did. That's a solid.
Language.
Yeah.
Oh.
Problem is he has a naked shuttle in front of the Bright Hope right now. That's a problem.
Well, I mean, Oslo's a plus is a forfeit 6.
MHC flipped though, right? So he can't pull a ship at least.
Yeah. I think that's why Justin did it.
Because he had no ships in hand when I went in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but if he's got guys,
He had
it's not
4 characters.
Yeah, but if he's got guys, just draw Destiny. It's not good.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have.
Although I guess he can get the Emperor by exchanging, so the battle's not that bad.
Yeah, but with the fact that he can't pull a ship and there's no ships in hand, he's not going to be able to go there.
This is going to be done at what, 7:15?
Yeah.
Get to the airport around 8:30.
You guys going to be pushing it?
No, we got plenty of time. Just want to get on the plane and sleep. Dude, Joe was reaming out Hayes for conceding the match earlier. It was hilarious. I mean, I get it. I would have done the same thing. Probably not. I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, how much was Hayes down after the first game?
A lot. Like, Justin's not losing game 2 like that. I'll tell you what, I bet you're right about now. The pressure's starting to get to MHT a little bit.
I don't think MHT has ever been in a Worlds Finals. He's gotten plenty of finals in the majors, in other majors before, but never Worlds.
I took out all of my cards, but those are yours.
In the deck box.
Can I have some of these?
No. Because I said no.
Please?
No.
I asked nicely.
I don't care. So where's the insert?
Somewhere.
We'll figure it out.
Go find it.
I'm gonna take off. See you, man.
I'll see
Good to
ya.
see you guys.
Likewise, good to see you.
Then we'll PayPal.
Yeah, I'll
we'll
figure.
email you.
Dude, I'm not. Yeah, I'll figure it out.
I got the ECC sheet.
That's awesome.
So
That's
then
good.
just send
Congratulations. Yeah, we'll figure it out. I'm not worried about it. It's good to meet you guys. Hopefully, I'll see you guys sometime soon.
How's it going?
I guess. Still too close.
It's iffy.
I'm not gonna interrupt them, but will you say bye?
Yeah, I'll let them know.
Thank you.
I'm jumping.
How old are you, dude?
16.
Jesus. To be young again.
MHT just plays so slow. Like after being in there and watching him.
Well, you got to think of it this way, though. This is a very, very narrow matchup.
That's why I didn't want him to with that fucking.
Okay, so it looks like he just
This
stacks
is
up
game
some
one,
stuff.
right?
Game 2.
Game 2.
Let's see. Haunting the Falcon and Red Squad or Wedge in Red Squadron 1.
MHT by 4.
4. Justin draws a 3. It's going to become a 7 though. Dimitri does draw kind of high. Galen Ursa's on the shuttle. So Justin does lose some in the battle. A little bit of overflow.
I think the one that you wore before I gave to Sean Paul or somebody.
Okay, so MHT does clear out Justin from Ralltiir. Yeah, hop on.
I'm going to go back.
Okay. Okay. Now, Justin is going to be able to drain at Iriadu. Right now, though, MHT is doing more damage. He's doing 4 points of damage to well, I guess Justin's doing 5, so Justin is out damaging MHT at this point. You are correct, Timo. Those two drains at Scarif are -1 each, so those drains will not go. So Justin's only getting 2 damage dealt to him. Okay, got into Justin's turn. Let's see, some drains happen, and we go on over to. Okay. It's a tight game.
I heard the first one was a win by 4 for MHT. Is that right?
Yeah. Okay. We are on MHT's turn. He is draining for 1 at Ralltiir. There goes a Blizzard Walker.
They were both on Rops.
Yeah. I have no idea what Justin played for Lightside.
Justin played Legend.
Yes, I would assume Legend.
No, he did play Legend. There you go. I told him you were too scared to ask him.
I heard.
My experience would suggest that this is uphill for MHT.
Yeah.
And only winning by 4. That's a little hairy.
Little sus.
So, is that just a gold leader and gold 1 in space?
Yeah. Bright Hope and Honshu the Falcon are at Ralltiir right now.
Ah. And it's MHT's turn, you said?
Yes. Yeah, MHT just drained. Justin lost the Blizzard Walker.
He flipped without the beach.
Yeah, he lost the beach to a drain.
That's going to make it harder.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, MHT's doing 2 points of damage right now to Justin's 5. If this thing stays the same. Now, I mean, if MHT's playing like Menace Fades, that will get it down to 4. But you're still...
Yeah, he's going to have to try to interact with the drains on Ralltiir in some way. Certainly Justin not pulling the 4th sight makes some sense. Makes it easier to hold Ralltiir and hold and stay flipped.
Yeah, and you can give up that drain up in the system. It's only a drain of 1.
And that's a Master Luke V that's on top of Lost Planet.
Yeah.
You can get that back. That would, well, I guess that wouldn't make any difference here. Is that Piet with
Piet and Desai.
Okay,
and then
so
we got
that would work against them.
Mithron Renudo. Or no, General. And Mara Jade with Lightsaber. And then we have Taidu, Melshi, and Willard at the Data Vault.
Who's on the Bright Hope?
Galen Urso.
Okay.
Or no.
It looks like Galen Urso.
Yeah, it's either Galen or Baze. Okay, the name's too short, so it is Galen Urso. Because Justin had to look at the card for like a good 10 to 15 seconds.
Captain Cassian maybe is only ace. Yeah, Cassian would be a good one.
How you feeling, Paul? Hopefully, I'm glad to see that you're watching at least. Would have been great for you to come out and make your appearance for the first time, but... Let's see what we got. Okay, there's a Tanev, so the Bright Hope will go off now.
Okay,
Luke. So
offset a little bit.
Yeah, and he gets to retreat. I mean, it's a battleground now because of the Tanev, so that's kind of smart.
Yeah, because now you can abandon Scarif, so it doesn't accomplish anything.
Now he flips him back.
So now he can pull he can pull ships again.
Yeah, but I think he's not really high on ships.
Flip.
Yeah.
I wonder if the judge is on that.
I don't think Phil's on that.
I'll go look.
I mean, thankfully that's a kind of an easy fix. Be Fred.
No. Like Batman said, it's in good credit.
Okay, I was just saying, because you have like 3 or 4 other reviews like this one. Let me get different. That one's been faded. Or maybe if you
hooray for active judging.
Who's judging this? Phil?
Greg and Joe.
What Paul is saying is no Cassian equals no BD, so no swap for Gick.
Yes.
Joe's watching. Joe, I hope you're doing well. I can't wait to play games tonight. No, I don't think the Gick is lost yet.
This though is literally Greg explaining Matt Reaver on the screen. No, he was explaining Matt Reaver on the screen. Like, I look at him, he's like, this is the most important thing I will learn this weekend.
The only weapon in Rops is already deployed, so Yeah, flipping back is
Well,
no
it,
cost.
it really depends on which Vaders he's running. He could run.
True.
Vader
lightsaber.
lightsaber.
Yeah, you could have VP.
Yeah. But
I know MHD was running choke Vader.
Yeah.
That would be much worse.
Yes.
Well, actually, at the data vault's not that much worse.
No, because it looks like Saw Gerrera's at the data vault. So that is now the drain is back on. It's going to be a drain of 1 there.
Peeling projection does not help.
Yep, he's peeling cards to drains.
Yeah, definitely a matchup where No Idea doesn't really care that much about being flipped.
No. Okay, Justin's looking at. Yep, he did a verify. I'm assuming that he did it with docking bay puller. He could have.
Yeah, I haven't been watching the whole game, so I don't know if there was a swap that happened already. Thank you.
What was the result of game 1?
4.
4 by MHG.
And I know Justin and Steve both they have to catch a flight at 10 o'clock, so this game has to be over by like 8.
It's 6 o'clock now.
I know, but this is Rops versus No Idea.
Yeah, but there's also, isn't there an hour half time limit?
Hour and 45 minutes, I thought.
And we're halfway through the game, and we're like partway through the game already?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll definitely be
Okay,
over.
here we go. We have some action. Looks like Darth Vader and the 5th brother going down to the data vault.
Is that Choke Vader?
That is Choke Vader.
Okay, that's pretty bad.
That is pretty bad. What Justin would really need right now is the 9th sister.
Ninth Sister would certainly put a nail in the coffin, but this is pretty bad as it is. So he's going to choke Saw, because Saw's the most power.
Mm-hmm.
The attrition and all.
Yep, that's
as a Blizzard Scout 1.
That's a 4.
Yeah.
And that's also a 4, so.
That's the 4 Destiny to choke.
Yep. Okay, Saw goes away. We still have Taidu, Melshi, and Willard there.
Yeah, but their power combined is 6, right? Because he's
3, 2, and 2.
Is one of them 3?
7.
Okay,
Yeah.
so 7.
Yeah, Melshi's a 3.
Looks like he drew.
I mean, he draws a 6. MHC also draws a 6, so Vader's gonna have to go. Well, actually, he draws a 6, but it's a 9.
Yeah. Justin draws a 9. The 6 can be covered by 5th brother. 5th brother's forfeit
sure?
6. Although he is going to forfeit Vader anyway.
Are you sure? I don't think the 5th brother's forfeit 6.
5th brothers are 4-6. I think so.
No. I'm almost positive it's a 4-5.
5th brother's not a 5.
Okay, he's a 6. So why do you lose Vader?
Deploy 4 forfeit 6. I mean, I assume he loses the Vader so that on a later battle he can swap for the Vader and put it and deploy it somewhere else where it's relevant. Because Choke Vader's really good against No Idea.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, leaving the Choke Vader there would require MHT to deploy a bunch more guys to the data vault, or he'll just get blown out the next turn. So.
Okay, so while we're doing a little bit of a break in between, let's go ahead and give our.
Yeah, that's a good point, Adam. 5th brother blocks Insurrection, so you don't want to lose him first.
Thank you, Adam.
Yeah.
That's why Adam is our guy on the spot, Johnny on the spot.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and give away our token. This one's going to be Darth Vader, Dark Lord of the Sith.
What just happened to...
MHC got cleared.
Oh, because you drew a 9, and they're like 4, 4, 3. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because of the 5th brother. Okay. So that definitely flips him back. Yep. Scarif is now... I mean, MHC's going to have to paint a drain. It's a drain of 1. He's not doing any other damage right now. And I think Justin won that battle, so he was able to retrieve something with Imperial Enforcement.
Oh, he has Enforcement, yeah.
And then we'll go ahead and give away you know what? Somebody in the chat, first person to tell me a Destiny 6 card from Hoth. That is a Dark Side Destiny 6 card from Hoth. will win us Jump AI booster pack. Dark Side.
Isn't that one Dark Side?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. That's 7.
Hunting Party is a 7.
Image of the Dark Lord.
That's what I was looking for.
But Furry Fury.
Furry Fury is. Okay, well, that was just bad. Jedi OSU, please message me on Slack, and we'll make sure you get your token or your getting Jump AI booster pack.
Yeah, I
don't know. Ash
I
Nolo.
don't see a good path for. I don't see a good path for MHT to win this game.
Not right now.
And I don't even see a good path for him to only lose by 3. Like, I think it kind of is Cassian or bust. Like, it's like if you have Cassian and you attack the 5th brother, and you just have like Cassian and or Commando team something else, and Justin doesn't have his kick.
I want you to sign some stuff for me.
I just didn't know where my phone was.
Well, this is important to me.
Sure. Oh, God. Sorry, Justin. I don't know if these are yours.
Sign those for me, please.
All of them? Yeah. You want me to sign it, John Harrison?
Commentators. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Okay.
I suppose you want to go grab this.
Still on, looks like we are on MHT's turn. Lenny, could you run inside and give us a life force count or anything, if they're willing?
Just make sure that gets to Charlie.
So Justin didn't have a gig and got beat down?
No, it's like the only way I can see MHT winning this is if Justin doesn't have his kick, and then we get a Cassian, and then we get like a Cassian beatdown or something.
Are these ones yours?
Those are mine.
Okay. I know that I left a bunch of stuff this
You did.
So.
Brad wants you. Is this Justin's?
This is mine.
Okay, he wants you to sign that. Please and thank you, B. Fred. Yeah, there's that, and then there's a bag down on the floor if you want to use mine.
The deco color one's signed so much prettier. What color do you want, Brad? Besides white. White just kind of cocky. Yeah, you can just pick.
Blue.
Left blue?
Yeah, left blue. That's right. The blue blue.
My left.
The blue blue, the same as your mask.
Da-do-dee-da-ba-da.
It looks like he's winning this one pretty heavily.
It's just a card that I play a lot.
I think MHT's kind of just considering options here.
Yeah, MHT's definitely taking his time here.
I was trying to see if he can even do anything. Like,
I mean, he can do lots of stuff. It just depends on if it's going to help him win. Is there paper with all the infomercials and stuff? Is B. Fred retiring? No. The chat wants to know, Brian Fred, are you retiring?
I hope not. He's at the height of his game.
No. Okay.
And he's only going to get better.
Brian Fred will not retire. He's going to be put into the grave with 2 things.
Foil slips and AI sleeves.
I was going to say the AI sleeves.
And instead of markers.
No, and an Adrian Peterson jersey.
That's true. No, I hope it's be buried in that.
And Jeff Levine's sign foil community slip that I have.
okay.
I treasure that thing.
What if he
That's the
has-
highest. That's the highest value thing. Although I have the rare.
Okay, so Lenny Rubin, our Gianni on the spot right now, running in between. Justin has about 20. MHT has about 16.
What's the damage output right now?
Memorable or notable plays of the tournament.
Chris Kelly lost to Apollo. No, yeah, Chris Kelly lost to Benji Chu.
AJ purposely threw against Apollo on stream.
Okay.
We don't.
Sure so I can leave my stuff here.
Why would go away?
Memorable. I'm gonna hold that over AJ's head forever.
So I'm gonna collect. I'll be back.
Go away.
To sign cards, but I guess
Go. No, seriously.
Because I want some food.
That was just not cool.
So let me gather my stuff.
It's on MHT's turn.
It's MHT's turn. I mean, honestly, at this point, he may be trying to decide if it's even worth
You're
continuing.
You played the HDB yesterday.
You had to play Johnny twice in the consolation, right?
I did. I played Johnny in the 5th and 6th round of the.
How did that go?
I won with my light against his dark and lost with my dark against his light.
So you lost the X-wing cannon or X-wing hidden base?
I lost
People
to
keep
I lost to
calling
hidden
it
base.
X-wing hidden base, but it's really not X-wing hidden base.
No, his hidden base was a lot of non-unique starfighters.
We call it 3-dot X-wings, or 3-dot hidden base.
Okay. I went 4-4 yesterday. Not as bad as I thought I was going to do, and I went 3-3 today. I played Thrawn.
Don't know what this stuff is mine.
I beat
That's
Thrawn.
And you beat 2 top 8 finishers in back-to-back games.
Chip mine?
Yesterday.
Is this mine? Or is
Who?
Nothing on him.
Me and Jeff Levine.
These, Dan, have me sign these later. We're going to get ready to go out to eat.
Oh,
This is somebody.
okay.
Oh, this is Charlie's deck. The Logan.
Are you staying around tonight?
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay. Star Wars CCG needs a chess clock.
Charlie's deck. Yes, I'll be down here.
You know what? I'm gonna say this. We'll institute a chess clock only if Paul Myers allows it.
I mean, realistically, live chess clock just straight up doesn't work for a game like this. Just simply doesn't work.
Just everyone bring your laptops and play on Gem in front of each other. That's the future.
Yeah, MHT is doing well.
There's something beautiful about playing with actual cards, in my opinion.
I know, but you're like that guy who like tries to fight the steam engine.
John Henry?
John Henry, that's the guy. and like you do beat it, but you die of a broken heart because you know that eventually it's going to take over.
I really hope not. Really, truly, I hope not.
That looks like an Ender Commando team, and an Ezra. And a Chirrut. Right.
Does Justin have a like? It's no Cassian.
That's true.
We do have a battle.
But if we're correct and the Gick has not been spent, then he doesn't want to burn Cassian here.
Yeah.
Like I
Just
think
so you know.
he may be trying to get them. He may be trying to get Justin to use his Gick and holding the Cassian back so that he can use the Cassian in a battle to try to overflow.
Hmm?
How happy are you?
He had the 5
What?
that he assumed tracked around.
I don't want us to win any. I want us to get us a high draft pick.
Oh.
Okay, draws a 4. It's going to become a 7, though. Getting the indoor commando team doesn't get any forfeit bonus, so he's going to lose multiple characters here, or at least she's going to lose multiple characters. Yeah. Justin drawing a 7, that's going to put him up to 11. The indoor commando team and Ezra is 10. Chirrut's a 4.
14, 19. 19 to 11, so it'd be...
No, how is it 11?
Because
What's it
Ender Commando team and Ezra is 10. Chirrut's 4.
Yeah.
Battle is a 5, that's 19.
Okay, 19 to 11, down by 8. So
Him and 2.
It loses. So he's swapping right now.
Oh, yeah. I assume that swap is for Vader.
Well, he put as.
No, he put Magistrate Morgan Elsbeth in his hand.
Yeah, Dominic Poker. I get that you're upset with like the whole this slow playing. It's not really slow playing. Like he's thinking about what he wants to do. So.
All right, so Chirrut survives.
It looks like that.
Oh, he peeled 3.
Yeah,
No.
I was gonna say
No,
it looks
that's a
like
verify. Emperor.
Emperor's on the shuttle.
No, the verify was Emperor, Command, and a character.
Okay, there's 3. Area is covered, so. Harpster, grab your popcorn. be inside afterwards. Yeah, we get some good trash talkers in Star Wars. Brad's one of them.
Am I?
Brad, you're awesome. Okay, we're on Justin's turn. He did just train. He is verifying. Emperor's Shuttle, Vengeance are both in there.
What were the 3 cards revealed then?
I'm not sure. Vader and Tarkin. Uh-oh.
Wow. Now the question is it V Tarkin or non-V Tarkin?
In this deck, it's definitely going to be V Tarkin.
Oh yeah, I know. I figured that. I just thought it'd be really funny if it wasn't.
There's a 6.
Only I'm a maniac enough to play non-V Tarkin.
Well, you definitely did that, Sarah, with great effect.
I don't know
So
if that's...
MHC needs a
I think he's taking a...
MHC needs a Hujix here in order to...
He has one.
Oh, good.
Yeah, he just got one.
Otherwise, this is really bad. I think that's an understatement.
6 and a 6, it looks like.
I wonder if he's going to
draws a
grab the
5. That's going to get rid of Tarkin.
There's a ceasefire, yeah.
No.
What was just I'm looking through that he's...
Has he used Walkling yet?
No, it's still on the table.
Okay, so if I were Justin, I would probably grab the Hujix here. Maybe not? Okay, he has what he's going to do.
I mean, I don't think it's necessary. Like, he's miles ahead of
Okay.
this game.
Well, now he moves from Ariadu, so it's going to be a train of 2 for MHT.
Well, and he's not satisfying battle.
He's not sending battle plan.
Oh, because Ariadu's far enough away. Oh, the shuttle actually just can't get to Scarif at all.
No.
The reason I was saying grab the Hujix was because, like, what else in this matchup do you really need to grab?
I mean, I'd probably just wait to grab something he cycles, like some 5 that he plays used or whatever.
That makes sense. I just thought strategically it might be better to do that to force MHT to commit resources more than he might otherwise.
I think maybe earlier in the game I would like that.
Okay, that's fair.
But at this point, it just MHT's not probably gonna leave himself exposed to a Hujix speed.
So they're saying that they agreed to play it out without time. Is that what you're saying, Timo? I haven't heard of that.
That doesn't sound like something that I don't think that sounds like.
Yeah,
something
he already
to
grabbed
show.
Barrier.
Oh, he already grabbed Barrier. That's
Okay.
that's an even better reason to not grab Hujix.
Yeah, that's a great reason. And Barrier's a great card to grab here.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's no way I'm dreaming.
Yeah, I mean, even if these guys are friends and teammates, if I'm TO, I'm still not letting them play a timed match in the top 8. That's
So
like I have to go places too. So
3. Okay, Justin's peeling 2. He appeals the 6 to those double 6s to that Drina Ariadu. Again, this is our finals championship match. The winner will be crowned champion. If MHT wins, it will be his first championship. If Justin can manage to come back and win by 4, or I would say 5 or greater, it would be his 3rd championship, tying him with Bastian Winkelhaus for the most ever. Well, I mean, Justin has a plane to get on tonight at like 10, so.
Desai does. I'm hanging out to play games.
Yeah. No life force counts just yet. Unless we want to get Ryan Saracen on this. You want to? Well, run and go get life force counts, please. You'll be my friend.
We're all your friends.
Even if you are red scum.
Red scum?
Avalon.
I would estimate we're, let's see,
So did you finish 2nd in the Constellation?
3rd.
Who finished 2nd?
Saracen. On SOS. I beat him.
You beat him and you finished lower than him.
Yep.
That's not right.
That's constellations for you. Half the field drops.
And he played against. He had to play against me. How was that possible?
That was his only loss. So
I am told that Desai is at 16, MHT is 13.
that would have been about my guess. Yes.
So 16 and 13 right now. Desai is up by 3. Looks like we got a Cassian. There's a pilot on. It's either Cassian or.
Oh, and there's a gold leader and gold 1 here. He's just going to run away.
No,
oh, no,
maybe
wait,
that's Cornhorn.
They're not on the same. They're not on the same.
Okay, so Cornhorn and Galen are now on the Hanshi and the Falcon. Luke is on 10 and 4 with, or no, Luke is on the Bright Hope with 10 and 4 and Gold Leader and Gold 1. We verified on Justin's last turn that he has 2 ships in his reserve deck, one being the Vengeance, the other being another Emperor's Shuttle. So that Emperor's Shuttle might just be stuck right now at Iriadu, or at Ralltiir. Yeah.
I mean, like, he can add another passenger and.
Okay, he's going to pay to drain. Walkling Retrieval from MHT. Okay, so did not pay to drain.
I almost feel like you just need to put somebody for forfeit up on the shuttle and stand at Ariadu to get free drains for a couple turns.
Or drop the Vengeance.
Yeah. Or at the Vengeance. That'll help. I assume he's saving 3.
Yeah.
Or more than that, actually, maybe. Black sleeves are so hard to tell.
Hera.
That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like we're fighting.
Yeah.
So it's going to be 2 destinies.
Yep, Justin has the command. Grabs the command. I'm assuming he's going to limit.
Yeah, it would be the limit.
MHG draws a 5. Justin pays 1. Draws a 4. Pays 1. Draws a 6. So that's 13 right there. And again, that's before up. MHG draws a 6, so it's down by 7.
It's now a 7, yeah.
Yeah. It's still pretty big.
Just lose Luke to cover.
Yeah.
And then Vengeance is going to have to go.
Yep.
It could be
Vengeance pings first. If it's.
Does he win?
No. 7.
I don't think he wins.
4.
It's 9,
11.
10 plus 16 power plus 5. It's 21 against 7, 11, 18. Yeah, no. Light side won that battle.
Okay. Yeah, you got to lose. You either lose the Vengeance or no, he loses.
This is Ozzel.
Ozzel.
That makes sense.
Okay, so
Especially
you're still getting
grabs,
2 Destiny.
He may not have another command in hand. Thrawn's deployed.
Yeah.
And Piet's deployed, so getting another Admiral out there is not going to be super easy anyway. So.
I mean, now MHC is getting 2 Destiny. But it's not. It's what
Yeah,
MHC
but getting 2 Destiny too.
Oh, it was MHC's turn, so
Yeah,
it's going to be Justin. So he's going to get a turn of free drains for 4.
Yeah, he just has to move over and. Yeah, and then Justin's gonna.
He's gonna have to run. Well, with the Hanshi and the
He has to
Falcon.
add more guys, like.
Yeah.
Interesting
Mike.
meta. The meta was actually pretty
Is
interesting.
Tarkin on
There were a lot of
No.
like techie stuff.
Could he play Tarkin on there?
He could add Tarkin.
Yeah, if you get that Tarkin.
If he just exchanged for Tarkin.
3, 4. Yep, there's the drains, and includes that 6 and a 5.
If
So that's going to bring.
Did he battle last turn? Yeah, he did. So
Yeah, I mean, she did.
I would have exchanged for Tarkin and then deploy Tarkin on there and fight. Right?
There's Tarkin.
There's Tarkin. You
Yeah.
just go into the executor docking bay? Why?
No.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that doesn't make
Why
sense.
is he going to the executor docking bay? Is he trying to like docking bay transit over to one of MHT's docking bays? That seems like.
Wait,
It's free.
Where is he putting Tarkin?
But they have pluses on the other side that which doesn't it? Free still overrides.
Yeah, free overrides.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think I understand this play. Like,
get another drain in. Oh, we have a handshake.
Yeah, I mean she was down to like 8 force.
So does that mean Justin Desai is your world's champion?
Yes, sir. Congratulations, Justin Desai.
Yeah.
You want to go grab him?
Yeah.
Somebody?
Yeah.
Yeah, MHT conceded. So Justin Desai won Worlds. Like, I mean, at this point, we have our second 3-time world champion.
Good seeing you, man. I'm glad you could make it out.
Jeff.
Yeah, see you guys. I don't want to interrupt your thing, but
Take care, man.
yeah, it's great seeing you all. Get home safe.
Get home safe. Enjoy Vegas.
Oh, I meant to show you guys this last night. This is what they brought out for me. It was obscene.
Oh, pizza. Yeah. I remember you got pizza, right?
Would you like pizza?
No, I already had dinner. I just.
Would you like a beer?
No, I'm good right now. I appreciate it. I had a little too many earlier.
So we'll see if we can get Justin.
They're talking over the game. He's going to come out of it.
He said he doesn't.
Okay, they're going to talk over the game. Maybe we'll just wait till Hall of Theater.
Desai's going to come out in a minute, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's got to get to his plane.
Yeah. He's got a little bit of time.
His flight's at 10. He's got.
I know, but doesn't he have to? Like, I guess he probably has all his stuff together.
It's also 6:30. He has plenty of time to make a flight at 10.
So, what did you think about Worlds this year?
It was good. I wish I'd played a better light side deck.
What did you play?
Played Diplo. It was fine.
I wish I played a better light side deck. I played No Idea.
I mean, MHT thought it was good. Got him to the finals.
MHT is a far better player than myself. Like, MHT just made top 2 at Worlds.
No, that's in your same thing. Yeah, no, the bathroom one is a single. But they're teeny.
Yeah, it was really interesting seeing like all of the different platforms that people were playing Silence is Golden in.
Oh my God!
So many.
What do you think, as somebody who's played that deck? Will it be errated?
Probably.
Will it be blanked?
It's a player card. I would say probably not. But I think it'll probably be errated.
Well, I mean, Matt Corelli's player card was
Silence is Golden.
blanked. You ready?
Yeah, but
Do you know where Steve is?
No.
I think he's around the corner. Yeah, but they haven't tried doing any errata to Silence of Golden yet. Like they tried to do errata to drop, and it was not, and it wasn't enough.
It was not effective. Like Tom, if you played against his deck, was really good. Still,
it sure is.
You could just change it to like Droid Destiny less than 3, Destiny +1.
Well, I mean, you could just change Silences to Golden. So you could just change Silences to Golden to not pull Force Servitude. Like if you just take Force Servitude off of the pull.
Yeah, but then you still have the ability to use those droids for the Destiny. There's
Sure.
just a lot of issues with that card.
I mean, the other thing they could change is they could change the Destiny number on BB90
to one solid number,
or to just like 0.5 or 4.5 or something. Like
that's fair.
Because actually, the difference between being 5.5 and 6.5 is actually really big.
No, I agree.
Or 7.5.
You want the middle seat?
Congratulations.
You were so out of it.
I was like, wait, what's going on?
You're like, huh?
What's
What's that?
going
Where are we? We're in
What's
Boston.
Yeah, your guy was
God.
cheering you the entire way. He's
know.
like, that's my boy. So,
Oh my god. Hi guys.
how you feel?
Relieved, I'd say, is sort of the feeling. It's never really like pure joy. It's more like, okay, now I can actually stop thinking for a little bit of time. So it's nice just to have it over with. And like, MHT's on the team, so I know for him it was like really, I'm sure he really wanted to win.
Yeah.
And I really wanted to win my third one too, so it was the games are super tight, both of them. That No Idea game was sort of a classic. Games don't actually happen that much anymore, but like people with 4 cards in hand on like turn 3 because they made risks. Like that was really cool that we've had those games. Like Johnny Chu and I have talked about those games where it's like you got 4 cards in hand and you've done 3 things on your first turn just to put people in stress positions or whatever. But there's a few points where if like a 2 was a 5 for either of us, the game probably would have like instantly ended. And he did some cool things, like faked a whiff on a Hujix and stuff. So there was some good stuff there.
So, you said it earlier, this is your 3rd world championships. How does it feel to get one? It's been how long since your last?
2015, so 7 years.
So Benji Chu wasn't even playing Star Wars at that point.
No, it feels good. I think like when I won the first time, it was like the monkey off my back. I really wanted to win. And then I won 2 years after that, and I hadn't actually played cards in between those tournaments at all. I didn't know, like, it was the reset, so I didn't know anything about that new set, like the new cards. I just like net decked and showed up, and Johnny and I came in first and second. But the last couple of years, I have been like trying to win, and it's been like I've been trying. And last year, not making top 8 was like frustrating, and also I don't say like embarrassing, but like just sort of it wasn't. I don't know how to explain it. It's like it's disappointment mixed with like, does this game really belong to me anymore? Like, you know what I mean? And then come back this year and win. It was sweet.
And so it seemed like you were kind of motivated this year because, like with the OCS, you only lost 5 games with your right side.
Well, Steve and I had talked a little bit about like the Kobe Bryant like vibe. And it's obviously it's a game about like Star Wars cards, but not doing well is. Johnny said this the other day. Because we got in a little early and we were playing games and I was losing a lot, and he goes, yeah, but that makes you mad, and then you like lock in when you play. And I think it's not like an anger mad, but it's like I do have that chip on my shoulder of like wanting to sort of lock in and have that like redeem team vibe. So this was definitely the redeem team moment. But there was a lot of really nice moments. Like Matt, like major props to Matt because he like played super tight, and you can tell like at the end he was tanking, and like those situations you gotta think of every decision tree. And my guy Steve and Mike on the chat, they were the OGs. Like another victory. Mike's the one to call it first because about 4 weeks ago, Brian Fred posted, "Oh, look at the testing boot camp," and Mike Jum in public said all that work just to lose to Justin Desai. So I give it up to my boy. But it was a good run today.
It was. So you've got 3. How do you feel about going next year for 4?
Probably won't go. I might just call it. It's exhausting, I have kids, and I don't think I would approach it this way ever again. It would be that like I got my 3rd, and I think it's just time to call it. It's in New Jersey. Maybe we'll come by like if it's 4-hour drive on a Friday. Like, hey, someone lend me a deck, that type of thing. But I don't think it's actually like healthy to sort of continue at the pace that I've done. So I think I'm gonna just call it.
Does this mean you're retiring? Or?
I think essentially, yeah. I mean, I'll play the OCS because I think that'd be kind of like foolish to not. Like the playoffs have already happened. Like I qualified prior to that, but I think this is it.
And it's like New York in the summer, and I'm a teacher and I have summers off, so like things can change, and it's a 3-hour drive versus flying to Germany.
Yeah.
But if Steve and Mike just wanted to go, or if it was something that didn't feel like stressful in that sense of like the prep, I probably would. But I think life's bigger than this game, and I think it's time to sort of say like, what, it's time. I actually I've been away from my kids for 5 days, and I don't really want to do that anymore. So that's a nice way to end it. Like, if my last game is against a KTOD plus teammate in the finals, and I'm victorious, like that's a good way to go out. So
that's a good thought. I mean, when was the last time a champion went out on top like that?
Yeah, I think it would be cool. So I think it'd be. Maybe if Bastion gets 4, though, maybe I'd come back.
So speaking of kids, though, how cool was it to see Johnny coming back to the game and bringing his 2 sons?
It was really cool, and they were like really into it, and they were super excited. Like they were coming and talking to me during the tournament, and it was really neat. Like those kids, not just like I think a lot of people talked about like over the weekend, like they're making awesome plays, or but they were just like really sweet kids. Like they just had like they were clearly raised really well, and it was cool to have them hanging around.
It definitely was. So, if that's it, I mean, what better way to go out on top? I mean, you came back from Worlds. You three world champions.
It was cool. I'll say this: it was cool. I played exactly 1 game this weekend against a non-top 8 person from this weekend. Wow. It was cool to earn it. Like the top 8 was stacked, and like it was really cool the way it trajectoried with like Hayes and Joe being on like me and MHT having to beat like KTOD versus whatever team yeah that team, and that was cool. Like we got to challenge each other, and to dethrone Joe like that. A lot of people have made about a lot of to do about the rivalry of Joe and I, and like like MHT knocked him off, but like I won it, so like it was cool. Like it's similar to sports in a way, minus the athletic feats.
So if this is your retirement essentially, who do you think would be able to challenge the Joe Olsen, the Hayes Hunters?
I mean, I think it's MHT is like nothing motivates you more than losing a finals.
True. And
he's got the best team, so like I'll still like give some feedback and stuff like that, but we've had a really good year. I mean, like Silver Glen in Euros and his regional, and like MHT has done some things, and like I think he won the OCS last year.
He won the OCS, and Silver Glen came in second.
Yeah, so like we've been kind of it really has been like the redeem team. So I think it's been cool. Yeah, it's been a good run. It's been a good run.
Well, I think that's it. I think at this point, why don't you go celebrate your victory?
All right, let's get it.
And
Thanks,
then
Dan.
you take care, and yeah.
All right, guys.
Again.
Take care. I'm out.
Okay. So that's all we got for everybody this weekend. 20th anniversary of the PC ends with Justin Desai getting his 3rd major victory, tying Bastion Winkelhaus, becoming the only North American player to win 3 world champions. Any final thoughts, Justin?
Just it was a great tournament. It's a great weekend. First time I met Johnny Chu. He's a great guy.
He is.
Awesome to meet him, meet his kids, and see everybody again. And I always say coming out of these, like, all right, I'm going to take a break after grinding for prep. And I think, like usual, it's going to be like 36 hours.
Yeah,
it's like I'll be at camp on Tuesday.
I was going to say I'll probably be doing my video tournament report this week at some point. We'll see what happens. But until then, everybody take care, have fun, and thanks for tuning in this weekend. It's been great. We'll see if we can get Justin on. Maybe we'll get Justin and Steve and Mike maybe on Ralltiir this week. But we'll see about that, and then we'll let you guys know. Thanks for tuning in. Take care, and Force be with you.